tires? Denny Menholt Toyota will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Toyota or justhowweroll.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The cars, trucks, and SUVs you're looking for are at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda. Shop imports and domestics, many local one-owner trade-ins, plus the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down and get financing available as low as 1.99% APR. That's no down and financing as low as 1.99%. Our great prices and low financing rates make now the best time to buy. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or rushmorehonda.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Need tires? Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or justhowweroll.com.
At Northern State University, Your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Your local cooperative has a new name. CHS Northern Plains and CHS Midwest Cooperative have joined together to better serve you under the new name CHS River Plains. You gain more options and more value with access to global markets and a powerful supply chain. And you can do more every day using inputs delivered by a team who knows what you need when you need it. Visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in today and let us help you own every day.
Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet is looking for a few great folks to join our team. We have immediate openings for automotive techs and body shop techs. We offer a family-owned environment, state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, tool assistance, tuition reimbursement, training, paid vacation, 401k, health, dental, and vision insurance, and of course, a very competitive salary. If you're looking for a fresh start, apply in person at Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or apply online at DannyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com under the Dealer Info Employment tab.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
We've got a history of serving you, a history of family-owned community banking that goes back over 100 years. We grew up here, we're local, and local ownership means local decisions. It means our products are tailored to meet local needs. We take pride in our support of many local organizations and encourage community growth through charitable contributions and employee involvement. First Fidelity Bank, member FDIC, first-class banking on a first-name basis.
Need tires? Danny Menholt Toyota will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Danny Menholt Toyota or justhowweroll.com.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
Shop local with Burke and Gregory Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores, specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crew at Burke and Gregory Building Centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook and shop online anytime at bgbuildingcenter.com.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
Rosenberg Implement knows this haying season was somewhat difficult and you may not have time to replace your broken windrower sections and knives. So this week, you can get an 8% discount on windrower sections and knives. Your windrower heads can take a beating with knives and sections while cutting low to the ground. Now's the perfect time to replace them before you put your John Deere windrower away for the winter. Stop at any of Rosenberg Implements and save 8% on windrower sections and knives this week.
Eklund Tax Service, located at 323 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota, is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
The cars, trucks, and SUVs you're looking for are at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda. Shop imports and domestics, many local one-owner trade-ins, plus the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down and get financing available as low as 1.99% APR. That's no down and financing as low as 1.99%. Our great prices and low financing rates make now the best time to buy. See us at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Star 99 is proud to present coverage of area high school sports. You can also catch this game at drgnews.com. Now, with the pregame, here's David Pearl.
Hi, everyone. The broadcast of this playoff game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the SDHSAA. For the Sully Buttes Chargers, it was a grind on every play and ended up holding on for a 14-12 win over rival Potter County here in Oneida last Thursday night in the first round of the 9B playoffs. But Sully Buttes did come through thanks to the tying touchdown early in the fourth quarter in the run by Landon Hepker, and then the 2-point pass from Thomas Ferris to Trevor Marshall. Chance to extend the lead later on. Sully Buttes couldn't do it, but they did hold off their rival. They're 7-2. Irene-Wakonda is the opponent tonight, one that some may not have expected. The Chargers may have thought they'd get another shot at Corsica Stickney, who they defeated in the last week of the regular season. But this Irene-Wakonda team, in quite a shootout in Corsica last Thursday night, won 61-52 behind the play of a pretty dynamic senior quarterback. A most interesting matchup, a spot in the 9B semifinals for the winner. We're in Oneida on a beautiful evening as the Sully Buttes Chargers host the Irene-Wakonda Eagles. It's the quarterfinals of the 9B playoffs. High school football on Star 99 is brought to you by Access Health Oneida, Swenson Cowan Dental, Stewart & Daughters, Sunrise Bank Dakota, Oahe Grain, The Corner, Brett Spray Service, Barber Chemical and Barber Farm Service, Colson Farms, and 83 Ag. And these in-game sponsors help bring you high school football on Star 99, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Jensen Rock and Sand, Gas and Goodies, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Montana Dakota Utilities, Merkel's Foods, they'll bring you our player of the game in our post-game show, and Vision Care Associates brings you our scoreboard. Keep on top of who's on top in tonight's game with Vision Care Associates. And don't forget, you can see this game, as Chuck just said, at the Star 99 page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, and that's brought to you by Key Insurance, Sitting Bull College, and Riverside Home Furnishings. Great to have you with us. Mary Schreier is our studio coordinator. The potential for a most interesting game, and maybe as much as any game Sully Buttes has, it'll be determined by who will certainly have the tempo. If you know Sully Buttes, you know they like to grind out long drives with the team that likes to run the ball well with Landon Hempker and Thomas Ferris and Lucas Arkerman. Yeah, they'll throw the ball, and in fact, their offense has pretty good balance. But they're not going to sit around and try to make a quick score on you like this Irene-Wakonda team will try to do with Dashiell Spirella, quarterback who, after he had a difficult junior, in fact, the whole Irene-Wakonda team had a rough junior year. Well, they went 0-8, but this year, 4-5, beating Corsica Stickney last week. But as we'll tell you later, a very difficult schedule. In fact, Corsica Stickney was the first 9B team all season that Irene-Wakonda had played last week. We'll explain much more about these teams as we move along. We have our Jensen Rock and Sand keys to success not too far away, but when we come back, we'll take a look at the other playoff action tonight in South Dakota high school football. But there's action here in Oneida. It's Sully Buttes and Irene-Wakonda. More in our pregame. We'll be back in 2 minutes on Star 99.
Access Health Oneida welcomes new and established patients. They offer chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluation for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports physicals. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Hitchcock Tulare. Well, Harriet Selby area is set to host Avon this evening, and Clayton Randall's team is at 9-0 after their 56-6 win in the first round last week against Lemon McIntosh. Avon with well over 500 yards rushing in their first round win over Faulkton area. Coverage of that game is underway right now, 100.7 KMLO with KC Miners and Dave Williams. If Harriet, Selby area, or Sully Buttes or they win tonight, that semifinal game a week from tomorrow would also be on 100.7 KML. Though the other teams in the 9B quarterfinals, Hitchcock Tulare at 9-0. The second seed will host the defending 9B champion and 10th seed Del Rapids St. Mary, coming off their win last Thursday in Faith. And Kadoka area, coming off of victories the last 2 weeks over New Underwood, including in the first round of the playoffs last week, will host DeSmet in Kadoka. In 9A, top seed Warner hosting Canastota this evening. It is Phillip, the 5 seed. Tough test for the Scotties. They're having a great year, but they're playing Harding County Bison in Buffalo. Lyman, the number 2 seed, hosting the 7 seed Castlewood Warriors. 8-1 Lyman against 7-2 Castlewood. That game starting in just a bit in Presho. And Gregory, the 3rd seed, against 6 seed Wolsey Wessington. In 9AA, Wall, the top seed, hosting Bonhomme. Could be a lot of points in that game with 2 high-powered offenses. Ham went at home to Hanson. Elkton Lake Benton host Freeman Marion Freedom Academy. How's this for a quarterfinal matchup? Howard against Parkston in the 11-man playoffs. In 11AA, Pierre is the 5-time defending champion, and the Governors are at home against Sturgis this evening in the capital city. Yankton is hosting Brookings in the 4-5 game. T area, the 2nd seed, hosting Watertown in T. And at Swisher Field, Aberdeen Central, the number 3 seed, hosting the 6th seed Spearfish. The largest classification is 11 AAA. Sioux Falls Jefferson taking on Sioux Falls Washington right now at Howard Wood Field. In Sioux Falls, later it's Lincoln and Brandon Valley on that same field. O'Gorman will host Rapid City Stevens, and Harrisburg will host Roosevelt. In 11A, Del Rapids is at home to Lenox in the first round of those playoffs, with 4th seed Sioux Falls Christian hosting the number 5 seed Dakota Valley. 2nd seed West Central and 7th seed Madison playing in Hartford. 3rd seed Beersford, the Watchdogs, at home to the Canton Seahawks, the 6th seed. And 11B, winner, the 2-time defending champion in 11B, hosting duel this evening, Mount Vernon Plankinson at home to McCook Central Montrose. Aberdeen Roncalli again playing in Dakota Bank Stadium, where they knocked out Mobridge Pollock last week. It's Roncalli and Hot Springs tonight, and Oak Point Jefferson is at home to Redfield. We'll update you on those scores as the evening continues, but next here in our pregame, we'll bring you our Jensen Rock and Sand keys to success, as you'll hear from both head coaches. It's Irene-Wakonda and Sully Buttes in Oneida. The quarterfinals of the 9B playoffs. The keys to success begin in 2 minutes, right here on Star 99.
Good luck, Chargers, from Oahe Grain Corporation.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life, with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school. We hope you are.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Your local cooperative has a new name. CHS Northern Plains and CHS Midwest Cooperative have joined together to better serve you under the new name CHS River Plains. You gain more options and more value with access to global markets and a powerful supply chain. And you can do more every day using inputs delivered by a team who knows what you need when you need it. Visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in today and let us help you own every day.
Trip every time. Irene-Wakonda, Sully Buttes in Oneida. It's the 9B quarterfinal round. And let's begin our Jensen Rock and Sand Keys to Success with Irene-Wakonda head coach Chris Torgerson. Coach, congratulations on getting here. And I like to say that 1 year to the next could be eternity in high school football. Well, it may be that way in a good way for your team after what was very difficult last year. Having to play the schedule you did, now coming up with a big win, you're in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. Pretty nice turnaround for your program in 1 year.
Yes, it was. Last year's schedule was pretty darn tough. We went 0-8, but dang near every team we played was really good. And really this year, we had a lot of tough competition as well because all 5 of our losses came from teams like Howard, Hanson, Gregory, Canastota, and Alcester, and they were all pretty tough competition.
And that's right. And because of where you are, and, nothing you can do about that, but here you are playing teams above you in classification all year. It's just one of those things that you just have to deal with, right?
Yep, exactly. When the schedule came out, that's the first thing I noticed, that we didn't play a single 9B school, and I was kind of like, we should have at least got a couple of them. But it is what it is, and you just kind of got to go with whatever you get, and that's what we did. So we did the best that we could.
Pretty good football team you beat last week, no doubt about it. Corsica Stickney had a pretty fine year. So what was the difference? I know it was such a high-scoring game. What was the difference in how it worked out for your team?
For us, our whole thing was obviously offensively we wanted to score points. Defensively, we wanted to slow them down. In the first quarter, it was like that. The end of the first quarter, the score was 6-0. They were ahead of us. I would have never thought at that point that the final score would be 61-52. But once we kind of got things going offensively, it kind of got in our favor relatively quick. Obviously, every time after we got things in our favor, every time we scored, they answered it. But luckily, when they scored to answer it, we answered it as well. So we were always able to stay on that positive side of things.
Well, I talk about maybe a long time from 1 year to the next for your team. How about from 1 year to the next for Dashiell Spurl? It wasn't, I know, he wanted to have a better junior season than he had. Well, I'd say he's had it in his senior year, really putting up some great numbers. What's been the difference for him from last year to this?
I would really say confidence. He's a fantastic athlete. And, quarterback, he's a very good quarterback. He would be a phenomenal receiver. When he was a freshman and part of his sophomore year, that's the position he played, was wide receiver for us, and he was very, very good. But the thing is he's got a very good arm. He's a smart kid. He knows everything in and out about our offense. And sometimes you got to put guys where, it's best for the team, and the best place for him is quarterback. This year, we started off rough in the passing game. The first 3 games in total, we only passed for probably about 60 yards, and that's total for the 3 games. But what we did is we made a switch. We took our fullback, Miles Pullman, and we put him at tight end, and it helped our running game. It opened up our passing game because he's 6'4", 212 pounds. And a lot of times when he's covered, he's still open. So, that switch right there really, really helped us. And it helped open up our other guys, too, in the passing game.
And Miles Pullman has become the Eagles' leading receiver, so that switch has really worked out. Well, we call this segment Keys to Success, and you're going against a Sully Buttes team that I'm sure is not going to want to see a 61-52 game, but you know that the type of game they play on both sides of the ball, what's going to be important in slowing this Charger team down?
Obviously their offense runs through their quarterback, which is very similar to us. Our offense runs through our quarterback, too. If Dashiell's having a heck of a game, we're having a heck of a game, and it's the same thing with them. The thing is defensively we need to come out, and we need to really shut him down. If we can get that done, I think that, we'll have a ton of success, and that's our main objective. Because he's a good passer and a good runner as well. so we need to really shut him down.
Chris Torgerson is the head coach of the Irene-Wakonda Eagles. Coach, congratulations on getting to this quarterfinal game. Thank you for the time, and best of luck against Sully Buttes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Next, it's Sully Buttes head coach Tom Moore when our keys to success continue after this from Jensen Rockin' Sand on Star 99.
Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet is looking for a few great folks to join our team. We have immediate openings for automotive techs and body shop techs. We offer a family-owned environment, state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, tool assistance, tuition reimbursement, training, paid vacation, 401k, health, dental, and vision insurance, and of course, a very competitive salary. If you're looking for a fresh start, apply in person at Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or apply online at DannyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com under the Dealer Info Employment tab.
Jensen Rockin' Sand keys to success continue in Oneida as Sully Buttes prepares to meet Irene-Wakonda in the 9B quarterfinal. And now we visit with the head coach of the Sully Buttes Chargers, Tom Moore. Coach, you had the sort of game you figured you'd have against your rival and with the way they play, but I thought very good poise by your team in the fourth quarter of that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Came out, played hard. Kind of as we go do with games, we don't start great, which is we tried to change things up, try to start differently. But once we get the flow, in the second half, we came out and we hit pretty well. They're a physical football team, so I like the way the kids responded and kind of matched the physicality. So that was good to see.
Well, you want better starts. I know, and I know that's been a problem a lot of the year. It's an easy thing to say, hey, we got to get better, but at this point, what will it take for there to be a better start, or is it just one of those in between the years kind of things?
Oh, it's just it's just having a good week of practice and having the confidence going in. I think will help this week. It's nice playing new opponents, and it's good to play old opponents, but it's nice seeing new people and new schemes and new stuff, and take what we do differently to them, and hopefully we can have that confidence rolling in where we have a great start.
You do have the type of personnel and the type of setup for your game plan that leads to the balance I know you like to have in your offense, and that's something else I know that came in as very much a positive thing for you, especially last week.
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to balance things out, and once the fourth quarter they kind of got stuck in a defense that actually matched up pretty good for what we were doing, and we took advantage of what they were giving us. They didn't give us a lot, but where we could find some positive things to happen, we were able to make positive things happen in the fourth quarter when it mattered. And I was hoping to get another score or two on with the fumble up in the end zone and the turnover right on the end zone. So that is what it is. We came out where we needed to come out at.
Defensively, now you did play Harriet Selby, and a lot of teams are going to give up points to Harriet Selby, no doubt about it. But from that game on, what have you seen about your defense that has improved so much?
Harriet's just one of those that they're tough. They got some good weapons. They got a quarterback that can throw it. They just make things hard on a lot of people, but just make us a little more of a solid defense with things. So it's week 10 or whatnot. So we've seen a lot of different schematics and different forms of things. So but we've adjusted nicely for the most part to most of them.
A lot of people may have figured for this game, oh, well, here comes Corsica Stickney back again, but that's not going to be the case. It's Irene-Wakonda, and people may say, how are they here? They're only 4-5. The point you raised is a very good one. They're a 9B school, but last week was the first 9B team they played this season. That makes it kind of tough on a program, but they really showed what they could do last week.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're battle tested. They played several good teams. We played a handful of good teams throughout the year. They've played several as well. They got a good batch of seniors that do a lot of stuff for them, and you got a quarterback of this Farrell kid that is tough. He's a darn good at what he does, and super athletic and extends plays. So he's kind of hard to do running, passing, sets a lot of good stuff up for some of their other playmakers. So I've been expecting nothing but a battle. The records don't mean anything right now. We're both 1-0. They're 1-0. We're 1-0. That's all that matters at this point. The regular season stuff doesn't really matter. record-wise, other than looking at some films and things that they played. So it should be a fun battle.
Certainly should, and that's Sully Buttes head coach Tom Moore and our Jensen Rock and Sand keys to success. Not too far from kickoff. Coming up just ahead, we will bring you our gas and goodies starting lineups. We'll do that when we return to Oneida in 1 minute here on Star 99.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
We've got a history of serving you, a history of family-owned community banking that goes back over 100 years. We grew up here, we're local, and local ownership means local decisions. It means our products are tailored to meet local needs. We take pride in our support of many local organizations and encourage community growth through charitable contributions and employee involvement. First Fidelity Bank, member FDIC. First-class banking on a first-name basis.
The Irene-Wakonda Eagles, their quarterback is a senior, Dashel Spurrow, 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,140 yards. He's completed 60% of his passes after completing only 38% of his passes a year ago. Clay Broderson, a senior fullback, Chase Dallarup is their second leading rusher, just behind Spurrow, 789 yards. Spurrow has 795. Dallarup, 12 touchdowns. Slot back is a sophomore, Jens Hansen. Tight end, their leading receiver, we refer to him, Miles Pullman, with 27 catches. He's 6'3". Garrett Levy, a 6-foot senior. Jeff Kukta, Brody Van Beek are the guards, and Max Pullman is the center. Sully Buttes, of course, starts Landon Hepker, the senior quarterback, with 20 combined touchdowns this season. Senior Thomas Ferris is the running back. He's a senior. Lucas Arkaran, the sophomore running back. Receivers, junior Logan Severson. Tight ends are Tyler Marshall, the sophomore. Gavin Barber, the sophomore. And in the interior on the line, on the guards, senior Reese Voorhees, the senior Tyler Marshall. And the center is Bo McGee. And those are the gas and goodies starting lineups. We'll introduce the officials and do that, but we must take another break. Back in 2 minutes, we're just about ready for football. Back in 2 minutes to Oneida. It's Irene-Wakonda and Sully Buttes here on Star 99. Back in 2.
Need tires? Danny Menholt Toyota will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Danny Menholt Toyota or justhowweroll.com.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
Shop local with Burke and Gregory Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores, specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crew at Burke and Gregory Building Centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook and shop online anytime at bgbuildingcenter.com.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
Rosenberg Implement knows this haying season was somewhat difficult and you may not have time to replace your broken windrower sections and knives. So this week, you can get an 8% discount on windrower sections and knives. Your windrower heads can take a beating with knives and sections while cutting low to the ground. Now's the perfect time to replace them before you put your John Deere windrower away for the winter. Stop at any of Rosenberg Implements and save 8% on windrower sections and knives this week.
Eklund Tax Service of Consumer Protection. Remember that you can watch this game at the Star 99 page at drgnews.com and at the DRG News app, brought to you by Key Insurance, Sitting Bull College in Riverside, Home Furnishing, Sully Buttes in their home purple uniforms, tops and pants with white numerals and letters, and the gold helmet's really nice with the interlocking SB. And sharp uniforms, too, for Irene-Wakonda. Their colors are blue, white, and black. They wear white tops with blue numerals and black pants and blue helmets. So it's Irene-Wakonda and Sully Buttes with a spot in the 9B quarterfinals on the line. The coin toss is about to take place. Also, right after that, it's the Montana-Dakota Utilities opening kickoff. Let's hear from the good folks at MDU. Then we'll get it going in 30 seconds here on Star 99.
Montana-Dakota Utilities slogan in the
located at 323 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota, is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665. Well, the coin toss, it's always important, but it may especially be important here to decide who will have the football first. And Irene-Wakonda has won the toss, and they have chosen to receive, not surprisingly. So we're going to see this high-powered Eagle offense on the field first. They kept scoring. Corsica kicked. Stickney kept coming back at him. But you heard Tom Moore, in fact, you heard both coaches say, but you especially heard Sully Buttes head coach Tom Moore say he just simply does not want that sort of game tonight. But he'll have to watch his offense, see this Irene-Wakonda as a sit out for a moment, and the Irene-Wakonda offense will get the first crack at it. Closer to kickoff, but first let's pause for station identification.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, Star 99, KOLY-FM, Mobridge. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer.
David Burrow with you from Charger Field in Oneida. Glad you're with us. Mary Schreier, our studio coordinator. Brian Menning handling the video. Again, watch it at the Star 99 page. So we're ready. We hope you enjoy the action from Oneida. As you watch Sully Buttes in the purple, we'll go from right to left. Landon Hepker, who does a whole lot of things for this team, and he kicks off too.
Spurrell to receive.
And Dashel Spurrell is the deep man, and you know the Chargers know about him. This ball might not end up anywhere near him. We hope you enjoy the action. This should be most interesting. Yeah, playoff games are, but this is a contrast in styles to be sure. It's a spinning kick. It is going to bounce away, and at about the 7-yard line, brought down across the 10, maybe the 12. Spurrell really couldn't get
tackled by Marshall.
Much of steam going because Trevor Marshall made a good play to bring him down. And the field position, maybe not. But Irene-Wakonda thought they might have had. They're at their own 24, or their own 14, I should say. First down and 10. The 9B quarterfinal round underway. And Spurrell with a handoff and around right in. Not a whole lot here for the tailback, Chase Dollerup. Maybe a yard or so.
Dollerup with the carry, tackled by McGee.
That's about all.
On the play.
The original line of scrimmage was the 13 now to the 14. Bo McGee in on the hit for Sully Buttes. And he was able, Dollerup was, to gain a yard to his 14-yard line. 2nd down and 9 for Irene-Wakonda, moving from left to right, just underway in this 9B playoff game. Spurrell scrambles out of the pocket. Took a hit on the leg, tried to move out of that, and forward for about pretty good gain,
about 5 on
about
the play,
5 to his 20. And Spurrell, he's the leading receiver on this team too, as well as their quarterback. 3rd down, they need about 3 here, Irene-Wakonda, from their 20-yard line. And the other thing Irene-Wakonda has to deal with is they're looking right into the setting sun at the moment. An east-west field here in Oneida, of course. Spurrell in the pocket, rolls left, now throws down the left. Flat, it's incomplete. Went for his leading receiver, Miles Pullman, but Logan Severson
pass is broken up by Westfall, brings up
coverage.
4th down.
And Irene-Wakonda goes 3 and out on their first possession. So the Charger defense passes the first test. Now in punt formation is Spurrell, so always maybe look out for something funny. Thomas Ferris is back at his 38. Nothing funny here. It's an end-over-end kick, spinning. And it's Arkerin, I should say, from his 38-40. 45, he's to midfield before he is brought down. Lucas Arkerin is brought in by Jack Kukta. So the first exchange, the punt, Arkerin with a good return, 10:33. First quarter, just a minute 27 into the game, and we're scoreless. And we are so glad to have you with us here on Star 99 as it's the quarterfinal round in the 9B playoffs. 12-yard return to midfield for Lucas Arkerin. Logan Hepker sets Sully Buttes up. 1st and 10, or at the 45-yard line, I should say, of Irene-Wakonda, and the handoff, and Ferris didn't get even back to the line of scrimmage. Now coming up with the football is Miles Pullman, but they'll say he was down, but it was Pullman who made the stop. 51st tackle for him. So the return was to the Irene-Wakonda 45. Ferris sent for a loss of a yard on the first carry for Sully Buttes. 2nd and 11, and Irene-Wakonda's 46. Pistol here for Landon Hepker, and pitches right to Arkerin, and look out, he is brought down by Dashel Spurrell in the backfield, and he's brought down, in fact, in Sully Buttes territory.
Brings up 3rd and 15.
And they couldn't have read that play a whole lot better. Dashel Spurrell brought him down at the 48-yard line of Sully Buttes for a loss of 6. 3rd down, 17 for Sully Buttes. They need the 35-yard line of Irene-Wakonda for the first down. 2 receivers to the right, to the left for Sully Buttes. That is the wide side of the field. Again, pistol here for Hepker, and runs straight up the middle to midfield to the 45, but that's about all.
Hepker with the carry,
design
about 5 on the play, brings up 4th down.
Run play as he was brought in by Clay Broderson. So Hepker gained to basically the original line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line of Irene-Wakonda, and Sully Buttes will go in punt formation. It is Hepker. Now, there's nobody deep. Irene-Wakonda may think something might be up, but nothing is up. And this will go deep inside the 20. They'll try to get down there and run it down before it makes the end zone, and they will. Good coverage down there.
Punt is down inside the 10
by Lucas Arkerin.
1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So very good punt there by Landon Hepker. Pins Irene-Wakonda deep in their own territory. And again, they'll have to look into that sun. 8:29 left in the first quarter. No score here at Charger Field in Oneida. Again, for the winner of this game, it's the winner of the Harriet-Selby area Avon game. That is going on this evening in Harriet, and that game is on 100.7 KMLO. Back at their 4, Irene-Wakonda, 1st and 10. Their quarterback, Dashiell Spurrell. He is under center and tries to roll around left end, out of one tackle across the 5, down to about the 7 or 8, and then a pile of purple out of bounds just at about the 8 or 9 yard line. But Spurrell just kind of keeps the center of gravity low.
Pitch goes $1 up.
Keeps it low to the ground. $1 up is the one,
Gain
I should say, with
6 on the play, brings up 2nd down.
The play there. Gain of about 5. 2nd down and 5. Irene-Wakonda trying to give themselves a little room at their own 9. No score. Just over 4 minutes into this game. Spurrell with a roll to the right. Sends the pocket that way. Looks for someone open. Down the middle. Just overthrown for Garrett Libby, and he had room to run.
Spurrell's
outside the Sully Buttes 34-yard line. Both Landon Hepker and Logan Severson were over there in trying to cover, but Libby, 6-footer, he has 14 catches, 1 for a score, and he had a bead on both of them. But Spurrell has now missed on his first 2 passes, and Irene-Wakonda is now 3rd and 5 from about their own 9-yard line. 7:37 in the first quarter. Sully Buttes defense trying to hold this Eagle offense to a 3 and out again, but 3rd down here. 3rd and 5 from their 9. Spurrell under center again. And the handoff, not much for Dallarup as they're waiting for him. Maybe a couple. Lucas Arcorin was able to stop Dallarup. Just a couple, though, to the 11. 4th down at about 3.
Broderson with the carry, brings up 4th down.
Broderson, it was not Dallarup. This is not the end of the field, though, where you want to take any chances, so it's punt formation here for Spurrell. Snap a little high. He's able to put it down. He kicks it right. He'll need a bounce, and he does have a little bit of one, but he'll still be a good field position here for Sully Buttes.
No return on the play.
And they'll come over and down it, but it's at the Sully Buttes, the Irene-Wakonda 43 with 6:55 left in the first quarter. And now Sully Buttes will try to take advantage of this good field position. It's a 32-yard punt. No score in this 9B quarterfinal. Again, semifinal night is Friday next week. So one of these teams will play again a week from tonight. 2 receivers to the right for Landon Hepker and Sully Buttes. Arcorin with a give on 1st down. His ball's taken away. Garrett Libby's running for Irene-Wakonda. 40, down at the 35. The ball was lost.
With the carry, he is stripped of the ball.
He just got it stripped from him. It wasn't even, it's officially a fumble, but Garrett Libby just
down by Hepker,
committed some thievery. Stole the ball from him. Great play by Garrett Libby. It was forward to about the Irene-Wakonda 40-yard line, but he ran it back all the way to the 34-yard line of Sully Buttes. How about that play by Libby and Irene-Wakonda with a big takeaway. 6:46 in a scoreless first quarter. On 1st down, Spurrell can't even move out of his pocket as he is brought in by Trevor Marshall.
With the carry, he is tackled by Voorhees in the
and
backfield.
Reese Voorhees. That's a loss of a couple, and there's a sack, and that is well done. Voorhees got in there first, the senior, 6 foot 170, the nose guard, and then Trevor Marshall joined in. It's a loss of a couple. 2nd down and 12, Irene-Wakonda there at Sully Buttes 36. Again, still looking into that sun. It is setting. Wide man to the left, and brother, you can't miss him. Jake Cool, he is 7 feet tall. Seriously, he's 7 feet tall. Spurrell rolls to the right, looking that way, being chased, throws near the right sideline, knocked down and incomplete. Lucas Arcorin stepped right in front of Miles Pullman. Good play there. to knock that ball away by Arcorin and force Irene-Wakonda into third down and a little less than 12 from their 36. Exactly at the halfway mark of the first quarter at Charger Field in Oneida. No score. We're glad to have you with us on Star 99. Sully Buttes, after losing in the first round a year ago, missing the playoffs 2 years ago. Of course, it was just 3 years back. They were a semifinalist, the 2 years before that finalist. All, of course, for the late Mark Steffner. 3rd and 12. Irene-Wakonda, Sully Buttes 36, high snap. Spurrell's able to take it in. Nobody open. Now a sidearm sling down the middle of the field and a dive by Libby, and he caught it. A diving catch by Garrett Libby in between a couple of defenders. A big third down reception by Garrett Libby gives Irene-Wakonda a first down. That was not an easy catch. The needle really threaded there. At 17 yards down to the Sully Buttes 19. Irene-Wakonda sets up in the red zone, 1st and 10. Libby to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Those are Cool and Pullman. Snap back, a little low, and able to take it is Spurrell around right end, 15-yard line. Good yardage down near the 12 or 11.
He is brought down by Westfall. Gain of about 7 on the play, brings up second down.
But a good run there by Spurrell. Tegan Westfall in on the stop for Sully Buttes. 2nd down, couple. Irene-Wakonda, the Sully Buttes 11, trying to take advantage of this turnover. No score, 4:45 left first quarter. Split backfield, Spurrell in between them, just hands it off to Clay Broderson, and he's up the middle across the 10 near that first down yardage. See where they spot him.
Broderson with the carry. He's tripped up.
Went right
of about
up the middle.
2 on the play, brings
about
up
a yard.
Down.
Makes a 3rd down and a yard for around the 10-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. Or of Sully Buttes for Irene-Wakonda. 4 and 5, but when we have a chance, we'll tell you about the schedule they played. Ken Corsica Stickney was the first 9B team they played all year last week. 2 receivers to the left, split bats again on 3rd down and a yard. Spurrell in the pocket, throws right, and there's Pullman on the right sideline. Forced out of bounds inside the 5 for a first down catch. Arcorin and Westfall were both over there, but
the pass is completed to Pullman. He is drug out of bounds.
Has the advantage.
Gains enough for first down for the Eagles.
Being 6'4". And now, right on the 5-yard line, after a gain of 6, it's 1st and goal for Irene-Wakonda, trying to break the ice. No score, 4:01 left first quarter. Spurrell has 2 receivers to the right, the short side, but he just takes it at right guard, falls forward. A couple yards, maybe 3. Landon Hefker's in on that tackle.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
They'll give him a couple to the Sully Buttes 3.
Brings up 2nd down.
First 2 possessions for Irene-Wakonda, 3 and out. Sully Buttes not able to cash in on their first possession. Lost the ball on a great play by Garrett Libby, stripping it away from Lucas Arcorin on Sully Buttes' second possession. That set it up for Irene-Wakonda to here. 2nd and goal to Sully Buttes 3. From left to right, 2 receivers to the left, the wide side of the field. Spurrell with a low snap. Just hands it to Dollerup, and he is bottled up. He's still trying to make his way forward, and he's in. Touchdown, Irene-Wakonda, the 13th of the year for Chase Dollerup. He had 2 defenders on him. But Dollerup, fire hydrant type, 5'9", 206. So some strength in those legs, and he's able to score. And Irene-Wakonda takes advantage of the turnover and has a 34-yard scoring drive to break on top, playing on the road for the 2nd week in a row. They'll go for 2 and send Jens Hansen to the left. They run out of the I this time with Spurrell under center. Quick handoff, and this is Broderson finding his way through traffic and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So we'll take a break. 3:18 left first quarter in Oneida. It's the visitors on top in the 9B quarterfinal. Irene-Wakonda 8, Sully Buttes nothing, and we'll return in 30 seconds here on Star 99.
The cars, trucks, and SUVs you're looking for are at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda. Shop imports and domestics, many local one-owner trade-ins, plus the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down and get financing available as low as 1.99% APR. That's no down and financing as low as 1.99%. Our great prices and low financing rates make now the best time to buy. See us at Denny Menholt Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Turnover turns into points for Irene-Wakonda. 8 plays, 34 yards in 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Chase Dollar's 13th touchdown run of the year ends the drive. Clay Broderson with a 2-point run. And it's Irene-Wakonda on top by a score of 8-0. Irene-Wakonda. And again, having to do with not having played any 9B opponents in the regular season. If you know your South Dakota geography, you know that Irene and Wakonda are northeast of Yankton, and there just aren't many 9B schools around there. So that's why they have to play Canastota as they did in Hanson and Gregory and Howard and Burke and Alcester Hudson. A pretty tough schedule. But they came through that 3-5 and then came up with a win. Well, now Sully Buttes knows they're not in the spot they want to be, although they did come from behind last week to beat Potter County. But in a spot now where they'll have to grind out the offense and hang on to the ball. The turnover led to those points. This is Chase Dallerup. He's ready to kick. Lucas Arcorn is back at about his own 8. End over end kick. Arcorn runs up on it at his 16, left of the 20. 25, his 30, and he smashed right there near the 33. Brody Van Beek with a good special teams play.
He is brought down by Van Beek
for Irene-Wakonda.
He brings it up to about the 40s.
The return to about the 38-yard line.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Not the 33, so that's where Sully Buttes will have it. 1st down and 10. But again, the key here, hang on to that football. Landon Hepker takes the snap, trying to run left guard. Good room for him. 40, 45, he's to midfield. 45 of Irene-Wakonda, 40. Pulls over another player and all the way down to the 35.
Hepker with the carry
of Irene-Wakonda.
He's brought down
good
by
run
Gerard.
There. Ben Gerard is finally able to stop.
Gain about 26 on the play, and that brings up enough for another Sully Buttes Charger.
But it's all the way to the 35-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. That's a 27-yard play for Landon Hepker. 634 yards rushing coming in for the senior, 535 passing. He sends 3 receivers to the left on 1st and 10 at the Irene-Wakonda 35 from right to left. Arcorn with him in the backfield, and Hepker takes the snap straight ahead. Van Beek got a hand on him and held him to a gain of about 2 to the 33-yard line of Irene-Wakonda.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Van Beek, a junior. He's speedy, but a little bit of size on him, too. He's 6 foot, 212. Made the good special teams play on the kickoff return a moment ago. Then the big run by Hepker. Now it's 2nd down and 8 for Sully Buttes at the Irene-Wakonda 33. 2:02 in the first quarter. Irene-Wakonda on top 8-0. Thanks for joining us on Star 99. Remember, watch the game at the Star 99 page. 3 receivers again to the left. Same formation as before. Hepker now looks to the right screen for our corner. Right side 25. 20 right sideline. 15 of Irene-Wakonda down near the 10. Brought in by Sporrell. That play was designed very well as Hepker found Lucas Arcorn on the screen. That puts it to the 13-yard line of Irene-Wakonda and a gain of 20. Sully Buttes responding well in this drive. At 7-2. Second win of the year over Potter County a week ago. Snap before Landon Hepker can do anything. Irene-Wakonda has called a timeout, so we will too. 1:21 left first quarter at Charger Field in Oneida. Sully Buttes driving, Irene-Wakonda leading by a score of 8-0. Back in 30 seconds on Star 99.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Big run by Landon Hepker has helped this drive for Sully Buttes, and then the 20-yard pass play just now from Hepker to Lucas Arcorin has Sully Buttes at the Irene-Wakonda 13. 1:21 in the first quarter, with the visiting Irene-Wakonda Eagles up 8-0. They made it to the second round in 9B 3 years ago, year after making the quarterfinal in 18. Made it all the way to the 9AA final in 17 before losing to Gregory. Irene-Wakonda has never had a state championship. Irene High School had two, 9B in 91, 9A in 93. Of course, one football championship in Sully Buttes history, the 9A title win over Garrison in 1989. Back to play, Sully Buttes in purple and white with the gold helmets from right to left. Their first and 10 of the Irene-Wakonda 13. Three receivers to the right again. Severson, Arcorin over there. And again, Hepker takes it himself. 10, fighting his way down inside the 10-yard line. Spurrell trying to push him back.
He was tackled by Spurrell.
But another good run by Landon Hepker. A good first down run.
11 yards.
And that, in fact, is enough for a first down. They put him all the way at the 2-yard line. He put himself at the 2 with good, strong running. First and goal for Sully Buttes at the Irene-Wakonda 2. 1 minute right now left first quarter. Sully Buttes down 8-0 but driving. Severson is wide to the right. Another receiver to the left. Hepker, the senior, under center. Handoff, Arcorin around left end, walks into the end zone, touchdown, Sully Buttes. Arcorin, the sophomore, makes it 8-6 with 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pretty nice response from Sully Buttes right there with the 62-yard drive after they had turned it over the previous time they had the ball, and now they'll try to tie this game. Beautiful evening sun starting to set, so it's going to get a little cool, but really comfortable and pleasant. Temperature at this point in the low 50s, but not a breath of wind. It's not a factor at all. Three receivers to the right. Thomas Ferris in the backfield behind Landon Hepker, who's just going to take it himself. And running him down with a pull of the jersey is Miles Pullman to prevent the 2-point conversion from happening. So Irene-Wakonda hangs on to the lead, and we'll take a break. 46 seconds left first quarter. Sully Buttes on the board, but Irene-Wakonda still leading by a score of 8-6. And more for you in 30 seconds here on Star 99.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Sully Buttes with a 62-yard scoring drive in 5 plays, taking 232. Most of those yards on 2 big plays. The 27-yard keeper by Landon Hepker to bring it to Irene-Wakonda's 35, and then a play later, the 20-yard pass from Hepker to Arcorin. Hepker, of course, with another good 11-yard run to set up the 2-yard score by Arcorin, but the 2-point no good, so Irene-Wakonda hangs on to the 8-6 lead. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. That's a good response. And again, Tom Moore referred in our pregame to another slow start. And the ball being taken away. You just got to credit Garrett Libby for the play where the ball went to Irene-Wakonda to set up their first touchdown. Well, Dashiell Spurrell is the deep man to receive Landon Hepker's kick inside the 15-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. And the boot by Hepker. Spin, bounces back to about the 7 or 8 yard line. This is not Sporell. It's Jens Hansen
with the return.
making the return this time, and Hansen is across his 20 and down to about his 20.
Or Severson. Sorry.
3 Logan Severson is
Brings up
able
first and 10 for the Eagles.
to make the stop right there. So that's where the Irene-Wakonda Eagles will begin. That's at their 30-yard line. First and 10, Irene-Wakonda. We're down to 40 seconds left. First quarter. Sporell around left end as he tries to turn that corner after taking the snap. He only made it back to the line of scrimmage because Sully Buttes was able to stay with him.
Brings up second down.
Step for step. Another good play by Logan Severson. 4-0 game. And Irene-Wakonda is going to stand in their huddle. Don't have to look into that sun now. They can't look at the clock that says 9 seconds left in the first quarter. And they don't have to snap it here if they don't want to, and they won't. At the end of one quarter on the Vision Care Associates scoreboard here in Oneida. 9B quarterfinal.
The end of the first quarter.
It's Irene-Wakonda 8, Sully Buttes 6. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute here on Star 99.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
At Charger Field, Oneida, second quarter of this 9B quarterfinal with Irene-Wakonda leading Sully Buttes by a score of 8-6. I'm David Burrell. The studio coordinator is Mary Schreier. Remember, you can watch this game at the Star 99 page. Brian Menning is handling the video tonight. First quarter numbers, Irene-Wakonda just 48 yards of offense. Of course, the one drive had 34 after the turnover. Sully Buttes 65, 26 rushing, 22 passing for Irene-Wakonda, 45 rushing and 20 passing for Sully Buttes, who had one more first down, 3-2. Irene-Wakonda had the ball over 7 minutes in that first quarter. After the no-gain play by Sporell at the end of the first, switch ends. Irene-Wakonda now goes from right to left, and they're second down and 10 from their 30 at the start of the second quarter. Snap is to Sporell, roll right. That sidearm throw, and it's taken by Miles Pullman. Did he hang on to the ball? He did.
Pass is complete.
Not a
gain of one
for a lot, though.
Brings up third down.
That little sidearm sling kind of looked like Matthew Stafford, a guy I saw play a long time ago, and he used to do that a lot. But Pullman is able to gain just a yard there to his 31. Yeah, I saw Matthew Stafford play in high school. He was pretty good then, too. 3rd and 9 for Irene-Wakonda from their 31. Split backfield, receiver each way, low snap. Sporell's able to take it, lobs it left, wants a 7-footer cool, and it's even too high for him, which means it's pretty high. It's incomplete. Good coverage, too, by Trevor Marshall.
Brings up fourth down.
Again, you lofted over Cool's head, you've done something. And it's fourth down, and a 3-for-7 start for 23 yards for Dashel Sporell, who was in punt formation. Stands back at about his own 15. Deep man will be out there now. That's Lucas Arcorn for Sully Buttes as he races back inside his 30. Snap back, and an end-over-end kick. Going to land a little bit short and takes a nice Sully Buttes bounce. And Miles Pullman is able to down it.
It is down about the 38-yard line.
Irene-Wakonda.
For the Chargers.
And that will start Sully Buttes at their 38 with 11:07 left in the first half. Irene-Wakonda back with it and leading in this game by a score of 8-6. And as the opportunity presents itself, we'll update you on other action. You're interested, I know, in what's going on with Harriet-Selby area. And Avon will update you in just a moment. 3 receivers to the right, a throw to the right. This ball is caught and then brought down right away.
Hepker's pass, Yellowhawk is
the receiver. Chase Yellowhawk didn't have a chance to go anywhere because Brody Jonke
about a gain of a foot on the play.
Knocked him down right away. Good play by Jonke. He's a freshman, but starting for Irene-Wakonda. Held him to a 1-yard gain in Harriet. Harriet-Selby area is leading Avon 14-0, just starting the second quarter. That game is on 100.7 KMLO. Winner of this game gets the winner of that game a week from tomorrow in the 9B semifinal. 3 receivers to the right for Sully Buttes on 2nd down and 9 from their 39-yard line. Snap is back to Hepker, tries to run up the middle, only the 40 or 41, but not much more than that. Irene-Wakonda is bottling that play up pretty well. Miles Pullman was in there. Talked about him being their leading receiver, but he's standing there at defensive tackle at 6'3", and he's kind of hard to work his way through. 50 tackles for him coming in. Spurrell, as you would imagine, is their leading tackler with 69. Sully Buttes 0 for 1 on 3rd down. They have 3rd down and here. 3rd and 8 from their 41. Yellowhawk. Wide to the right. Severson and Ferris too. Snapback is Landon Hepker having it. Lob to the left. He is Ferris on the left side. 45, he's to midfield. 45 of Irene-Wakonda. 40, and he's out of bounds, but he has the first down at the 41-yard line. And again, that screenplay, which worked well earlier to
and that brings up enough for another
our corner. He was the wide one. It was Ferris who was in the backfield with him, and the gain is to the Sully Buttes, to the Irene-Wakonda 41 for Sully Buttes. And it's first down and 10 after a gain of 18, and Hepker hasn't missed yet. He's 3 for 3 for 39 yards, and he's rushed for 49. First and 10, Sully Buttes. They're at the Irene-Wakonda 41, down 8-6, 9:35 left first half in Oneida. Snap is back to Hepker. Room and time for him. Throws to the right, overthrown. Spurrell tried to dive for it. Couldn't reach it, is incomplete. He was going for Tyler Marshall around the 10-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. But that ball was beyond Marshall's reach, nearly in the reach of Spurrell, but Dashel couldn't reach it either. 2nd down and 10 for Sully Buttes coming up the 41-yard line. In the 9A quarterfinal, Lyman is leading Castlewood. That game is in Presho, and it is 6-2 for the Raiders. Second quarter on the KPLO page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app. And as the snap goes, here comes a flag as Hepker took the snap as the ball was coming back to him. The whistle stopped play, and let's see what referee Matt Clark tells us.
Offsides against the Eagles.
It's
5-yard
Irene-Wakonda offside.
2nd down.
Sully Buttes says, thank you kindly. 3 yards. That's the first penalty on either team in this game. Well, you expect the teams to play with fewer of those at this time of the year. 2nd down and 5 for Sully Buttes now at the 36-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. Yellowhawk is wide to the right. Again, that 3 receiver set to the right. Again, with our corn and our corn's in the backfield. He takes the handoff this time across the 35 down to near the 32
He is tackled by Dollerup.
Yard line or so.
Gain of about 3.5
Chase
on the play.
Dollerup
3rd down.
able to make the stop. Mark it at the 32-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. 3rd down, they need about a yard. 9 minutes left in the first half. 8-6 Irene-Wakonda. Sully Buttes driving and trying to take the lead. Receivers split each way. Sully Buttes from left to right. Hepker looks over his options. Under center. Fakes the handoff around left end. 30-yard line, and he is for the first down at his Sully Buttes sideline. Here's the 27 or 6. Just went straight to the left. Design play there by Landon, who's a good runner. In fact, he is to the 28-yard line of Irene-Wakonda for Sully Butte's 5th first down of this game, and Hepker now up to 53 yards on 6 carries. 1st and 10, just inside the 28-yard line of Irene-Wakonda for Sully Butte. The 3-receiver set is to the left this time. And man sent in motion to the right, that's Ferris, and Hepker just runs up the middle, 25-yard line down to around the 24. Brought down by Garrett Libby.
He is brought down by Libby.
Libby, the one who had the strip fumble earlier. And that one is to the 24-yard line of Irene-Wakonda, a gain of 4. And again, Hepker's the one counted on for a lot of the running game. Of course, Ferris is too, but he's only the 1 carry so far. Thomas at over 700 yards this season, 708 with 6 scores coming in. So the Buttes again taking their time every time. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. 2nd and 6, Sully Butte set Irene-Wakonda's 24. Hepker takes the snap, looks for room at left guard, 20-yard line, near the 15 or so.
He gains about 6
Not
on the
far
play.
from another first down.
And that's enough for another.
And he does have it, in fact. He needed the 13-yard line. That's or the 18-yard line, and that is where he gained just about. Not just about, that's where he gained, David, because that's where he needed. Next spot him at the 17-yard line. That's a good run. That's an 11-yard gain, and Hepker keeps the yards going up to 64. 1st and 10, Sully Butte. Irene-Wakonda's 17, down 8-6, nearly midway through the 2nd. Again, design run for Hepker. Cuts
Hepker with the carry
to the middle, has a couple. Or 3.
He is brought down by Libby.
Garrett Libby's there again for
gain of about 3 on the play, brings up 2nd down.
Irene-Wakonda. That one's to the 14-yard line. 3 more on Hepker's 9th carry in this first half. And now Sully Butte's playing the game they want here. Ball control, take a lot of time. They started this drive. This is almost a 5-minute drive. This is Sully Butte's football right here as they try to take the lead. They're down 8-6 to Irene-Wakonda. We're now midway through the first half at Charger Field in Oneida. Receivers split each way. Hepker, stretch handoff, Larkorin up the middle, inside the 10, off another tackle. He is down inside the 5-yard line. Libby's there again and prevented a touchdown right there.
About 5 on the play, and that brings up enough for another
and another good run. It's just inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. In fact, it's all the way to the 4-yard line. So Larkorin has his best run of the game, 10 yards. Sully Butte's 4 yards away from gaining their first lead of the game. Down 8-6, 5:27 in the first half. Their 1st and goal, the Irene-Wakonda 4. Now they run out of the I. Ferris, it's started by, and it's a Wildcat formation actually. It's Ferris trying to run round right end, turns the corner to around the 5, dives for the pylon. Official goes down, and then signals touchdown. Side judge got up, ended by a couple of players, but when he came up, he put both arms in the air. And Thomas Ferris running out of the Wildcat formation scores his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, and Sully Butte has rallied to take the lead with 5:11 left in the first half. Nearly a 6-minute drive for the Chargers. That is Sully Butte's football. If you know it well. Now, a little bit of that swinging gait. Only the snapper right in front of the quarterback, Hepker, who's able to take it where right guard would be if there was anyone there, and runs into the end zone. And Landon Hepker runs it in for 2. And Sully Butte is on top for the first time tonight. We'll take a break. 5:11 left in the first half. Good playoff action here in Oneida. And Sully Butte's now on top of Irene-Wakonda, 14-8. And we're back in 30 seconds here on Star 99.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
The type of drive Sully Buttes will do if you give him a chance. 62 yards and 11 plays, taking up nearly half of the second quarter, 5:56. It ended with the fairest run out of the Wildcat formation for the score and the 2-point run by Landon Hepker. And Sully Buttes now with a 14-8 lead. On a night that's it's going to get cool pretty quickly, but
Hepker to kick.
Again, temperature around 50. You will take this anytime on the 27th of October. Dashel Spurrell's the deep man down and around his 10-yard line for Irene-Wakonda. He waits on Landon Hepker's kick. Remember, watch it at the Star 99 page, brought to you by Key Insurance, City Bowl College, and Riverside Home Furnishings. Sully Buttes in purple. Irene-Wakonda in white, blue, and black. Bunch around the kickoff. They back off. And Hepker took it straight left. He didn't want to put it near Spurrell, and it's out of bounds.
That kick goes out of bounds
just inside
at about the 38-yard line.
The 40. And probably not what Hepker wanted to do there. And sure, he wanted to keep it away from Spurrell.
But I've been wrong before. Ask my wife.
The problem here for Sully Buttes is that kick didn't go awfully far. In fact, it went out of bounds just inside the 40. And in fact, Irene-Wakonda is going to be able to take over with good field position at their 44-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. Dashel Spurrell, the senior quarterback, after a big game last week, totaled 7 touchdowns, 4 passing and 3 rushing against Gorsica-Stickney. Hands it off, a lot of room for Dallerup. Midfield, 46-yard line. He's down at Sully Buttes, 46. Dallerup just headed
wrapped up by a couple,
ahead
Severson.
Right there. Logan Severson was finally
about 11 on the play,
able to stop him, but that's just short of the 45-yard line of Sully Buttes for an 11-yard run and a first down. And the longest running play so far this evening for Irene-Wakonda, who brings in Big Jake Cool with the play. 4:35 in the first half. Irene-Wakonda took advantage of a turnover to take the early lead, but Sully Buttes has the last 14 and leads 14-8. Cool is wide to the right on 1st and 10 for Irene-Wakonda at the Sully Buttes 45. Spurrell under center. They run it onto the eye. 3-step drop. He's around midfield. A little bit of that sidearm sling. He wants Cool and has it. 35-yard line and out of bounds right there.
Spurrell's pass is complete.
Although they will
Gain
keep
of
that
about 11 on the play
clock
again,
running.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
But Irene-Wakonda using the pathway. How, you want to have a target like that that's basically a foot taller than everybody else in the field? What an advantage that is. To the 34-yard line of Sully Buttes. 1st and 10, Irene-Wakonda. Still 2 timeouts left for the Eagles. Still some time, too. 3:53 in the first half. 14-8 Sully Buttes. On first down, Spurrell under center, and he hands it off. Dallerup again tried to burst his way through left guard. Down to around the 30-yard line of Sully Buttes.
Dallerup with the carry.
For a gain of 4.
Gain of about 5
Tegan
on the
Westfall
play.
was in
5.
first on the play for the Chargers. Started the season with 5 straight wins. We're losing to Harriet, Selbyeri, and Lyman. No shame in losing to those teams. And then the win over Corsica-Stickney to end the regular season, and then Potter County last week. On his 2nd down and 6, keeping it is this time Clay Broderson, the fullback.
Broderson with the carry.
And an ankle tackle
Hepker
is made by Landon Hepker. But he gained
a couple on the play, brings up 3rd down.
3 yards first to the 27-yard line of Sully Buttes, and it sets up 3rd and 3 for Irene-Wakonda. They're 2 of 5 on 3rd down to 9. Important one here with 2:45 in the first half. Sully Buttes leading 14-8. 3rd and 3, Irene-Wakonda. Sully Buttes 27. Receiver wide to the left. What will Spurrell do? He's under center this time. 3-step drop to the left. Throws long right. This is caught. Libby! He's inside the 5-yard line. Back shoulder throw for Garrett Libby. Spun right into his hands.
Gain of about 15 on the play brings up 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Hit was made by Tegan Westfall. But down to the 5-yard line of Sully Buttes. That is 22 yards on a big pass play. 5 out of 9 now for Spurrell for 56 yards. 1st and goal, Irene-Wakonda at Sully Buttes' 7-yard line. They try to tie this game. 2 minutes left in the first half. 14-8 Sully Buttes. And faking the handoff, Spurrell slips, nearly falls, still runs forward through tacklers near the goal line. Just short, but that was quite a run because he nearly slipped. He slipped a little.
He is tackled by 8 of the Chargers.
Back at around the 14-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's still able to run forward down to the 3. That was a 4-yard gain when it could have been about a 7-yard loss. 2nd and goal, Irene-Wakonda, the Sully Buttes 3. Out of the eye again, split right. Spurrell takes it to Dallerup, just pushes his way at left guard. Touchdown, Irene-Wakonda. Chase Dallerup's second touchdown run of the night with 1:13 left in this first half. Ties this game at 14. And Irene-Wakonda will try to grab the lead back as they'll try the 2-point conversion. Dallerup with 6 carries, 2 for scores. 14 all with 73 seconds left in the first half. Cool wide to the left. They run out of the eyes. They try to take the lead and go for 2. Dashiell Spurrell rolls to the right, looks toward the end zone. Throws it that way, just threw it away because nobody was open. So the
pass is incomplete.
2-point pass doesn't work, and this game is tied. We'll take a break with 1:13 to go in the first half. Tie game. Irene-Wakonda 14, Sully Buttes 14. Back to Oneida in 30 seconds here on Star 99.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Chase Dallerup had a good 11-yard run during that drive, and he ended it with the 3-yard touchdown run, but the 2-point pass no good. So we're back where we started at 14 all with 1:13 left in the first half in Oneida. We'll have a rundown of stats in the first half, and we'll look at all the other playoff action. Some has begun, some is about to begin. Of course, we'll update you on what's going on between Harriet, Selby area, and Avon. HSA led 14-0 at the end of one. That game is on 100.7 KMLO with KC Miners and Dave Williams.
Corn and Ferris to receive.
Chase Dallerup is ready to kick. Thomas Ferris, Lucas R. Corrin back inside their 20. Sully Buttes does have all of their timeouts and 73 seconds to try to gain the lead again before halftime. Dallerup ready to boot it, and he does. End over end, this is our Corrin at his 13-yard line. 15-20 near the left sideline. 25, Van Beek in there again with another special teams play at around the 26.
With the return. He is brought down at about the 24-yard line.
So with 1:07
for the Chargers
left in the first half, it's at the 24-yard line of Sully Buttes. They'll start from there. Some distance of Sully County land to travel, and not a lot of time to do it. 67 seconds, but again, they have their timeouts. And Hepker will start in the shotgun and pitch it to the right. Ferries round right and brought down only a couple or 3. Nice pursuit by Dashiell Spurrell.
with the carry.
Well, they tried that old
by
option play, and Thomas Ferries has good speed, but Dashel Sporrell does too and stayed with him. Not much, only 3 yards to the 27, and Sully Butte's not using their timeouts. But remember, they will receive the ball to start the second half, so they may just say, let's see what we can do in 2 plays here, and then get the ball to start of the second half. Not take any chances. They do throw left on the screen to Ferries. It is to his 30, and across the 35, and down to about the 38-yard line. Or 39. Still going to be a little bit short of the first down.
About 6 on the play.
Down to 9 seconds, and I think they're just going to, Sully Butte, say, all right, that's good. Good enough. Still where we are at the start. Let's see what happens in the last 24 minutes. No, not yet. Sully Butte is going to call a timeout. Let's keep it here.
Sully Butte with 2 seconds left.
They've left themselves 2 seconds to do something with what will be, barring a defensive penalty, the last play of this first half. So you have an idea of what will happen here. They are from they're 38 or so. That's where they will have a big third down play coming up right here. Gain of 6 on that play to Ferries. And then they stop the clock. It looked for a moment like Sully Butte was just going to say, okay, we've done what we want to do. Let's get this to the locker room. But now with 2 seconds left, they do call the timeout. Third down, a yard from their 39. 2 receivers to the right. Now, sent in motion that way is Arcorn, and a screen down the middle for Ferries. 40, 45, midfield has the first down, then he's spun down by Miles Coleman, just short of midfield.
Down after a first down, but that's the end of the half.
They wanted to see if Ferries could just keep running and running, but Miles Coleman with good pursuit there. So another first down to end the half, the 8th for Sully Butte. But where it counts most, the scoreboard, it is all even. We hope for a good 24 minutes of football. We've seen it. Halftime at Charger Field in Oneida on the Vision Care Associates scoreboard. It's the Irene-Wakonda Eagles 14, the Sully Butte Chargers 14. Don't forget, in our postgame, it's our Merkel's Foods Player of the Game. We'll see who wins the T-shirt on this Thursday evening. We'll come back after a 2-minute break and run down the numbers from this first half and give you scores of other playoff action, too. 14-14, Irene-Wakonda and Sully Butte at the half. Back in 2 minutes on Star 99.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school. We hope you are.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Your local cooperative has a new name. CHS Northern Plains and CHS Midwest Cooperative have joined together to better serve you under the new name CHS River Plains. You gain more options and more value with access to global markets and a powerful supply chain. And you can do more every day using inputs delivered by a team who knows what you need when you need it. Visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in today and let us help you own every day.
Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet is looking for a few great folks to join our team. We have immediate openings for automotive techs and body shop techs. We offer a family-owned environment, state-of-the-art equipment and facilities, tool assistance, tuition reimbursement, training, paid vacation, 401k, health, dental, and vision insurance, and of course, a very competitive salary. If you're looking for a fresh start, apply in person at Danny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or apply online at DannyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com under the Dealer Info Employment tab.
Second possession, well, it came off a Sully Buttes turnover, off a great play by Garrett Libby when he just stripped the ball out of the hands of Lucas Arcorn and ran it back 26 yards to the Sully Buttes 34. That led to an 8-play drive, and it ended with Chase Dallerup with a 3-yard touchdown run with 3:18 left in the first quarter, and a 2-point run by Clay Broderson made it 8-0 Irene-Wakonda. But Sully Buttes came right back, driving 62 yards on their next possession, ending with an Arcorn 2-yard touchdown with 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Sully Buttes didn't convert the two, so Irene-Wakonda led 8-6. Then, after Irene-Wakonda punted, Sully Buttes, starting with just over 11 minutes left in the half, took basically half of the second quarter with a 62-yard drive and 11 plays, ended with a 4-yard touchdown run by Thomas Ferris and a 2-point run by Landon Hepker, and Sully Buttes had a 14-8 lead. But just before the end of the half, Chase Dallerup tied it back up for Irene-Wakonda with a 3-yard touchdown run to complete a 56-yard drive. But the 2-pointer no good, and so we stand tied at the half in Oneida with Irene-Wakonda and Sully Buttes tied at 14 in this 9B quarterfinal. Numbers from the first half. Total yardage, Sully Buttes leading in that 140 to Irene-Wakonda's 105. 86 yards rushing for the Chargers, and most of that by Landon Hepker, 54 yards passing. 51 yards rushing, just 54 passing for Irene-Wakonda. So the Chargers have done a good job on this Eagle defense. 8 first downs for Sully Buttes, 5 for Irene-Wakonda. Just the one turnover, and again, almost unfair to call it a fumble because it was a great play by Libby to strip it away, but it goes in the book as a fumble. Time of possession, 11:54 for Sully Buttes, 12:06 for Irene-Wakonda, so not much to choose from there. Both teams good on third down. Sully Buttes 3 of 4, and Irene-Wakonda was 3 of 6. Landon Hepker had 67 yards rushing in the first half for Sully Buttes on 9 carries. Lucas Arcorn, 13 yards on 5 carries. Thomas Ferris, 3 rushes for 6. Hepker was efficient passing, 5 for 6, 54 yards. A lot of those screen plays worked well. Ferris had 3 catches, 33 yards. Arcorn 1 for 20. Chase Yellowhawk had 1 catch for 1 yard for Sully Buttes. For Irene-Wakonda, Dashel Spurrell, 5 of 9 in the first half for 54 yards. He was sacked once. Garrett Libby had 2 catches, 37 yards. Miles Pullman, their leading receiver, 2 for 6. Jake Kuhl, 1 for 11. Chase Dallerup with the 2 touchdowns, 6 carries, 27 yards. Spurrell, 6 carries, 18 yards. And Broderson had 3 carries for 6. But we're where we are when we started with a 14-14 game at the half here in Oneida. We'll take a check of the scoreboard in just a bit, but first we need to pause for station identification.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. Star 99. KOLY-FM, Mobridge. Slow the drive. Arrive alive.
And as we have mentioned, the winner of this game draws the winner of Harriet, Selby area, and Avon. They are playing tonight in Harriet. And those Wolverines that have just rolled over people all year, they're doing it again. Stopping that Avon running game that worked so well last week against Faulkton area at last report, and we'll check it here again in a second. But 30-0, Harriet Selby area leading, and now it is 38-0 for Harriet Selby area with just under a minute left in the second half. So those Wolverines doing the job again, and unless something odd happens in the second half, looks like they'll be hosting the semifinal game against the winner of this game, either in Harriet or Selby, a week from tomorrow. The other two games in the 9B quarters are just about to start. In Tulare, Hitchcock-Tulare, the only other unbeaten team in this classification besides Harriet-Selby area, hosting the defending 9B champion, Del Rapids St. Mary. And just underway in Kadoka, it's Kadoka area, and DeSmet. That's a pretty interesting game with no score. Let's look at other 9-man action in the quarters. Lyman leading over Castlewood. That game's in Presho. 3 minutes left in the first half. And the Raiders lead the Warriors by a score of 12-10. Gregory about to start at home against Wolsey-Wessington. Winner of the Lyman-Castlewood game gets the winner of the Gregory-Wolsey-Wessington game. Top seed Warner hosting Canastota. That's just underway in Warner. 4th seed Harding County Bison hosting 5th seed Phillip. That's just underway in Buffalo. In the 9AA quarters, all of these games just starting. Top seed Wall hosting 8th seed Bonholm. 4th seed Hamlin at home to 5th seed Hanson. In Elkton, 2nd seed Elkton Lake Benson hosting the 7th seed Freeman Marion Freeman Academy. 3rd seed Howard and 6th seed Parkston. How's that for a quarterfinal matchup? Okay, let's look at 11-man football. In 11B, Winner trying to keep that winning streak going. Of course, they've won the last two 11B titles and having their hands full with dual win Winner. 16-8 Winner on top with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Mount Vernon Plankets and McCook Central Montrose just underway in Mount Vernon. Hot Springs is leading Aberdeen Roncalli at the half by a score 7-0. It's a pretty good Hot Springs team, but a little bit of surprise to see that Roncalli offense held down for a half of football. Elk Point Jefferson all over Redfield, 35-0 EPJ at the half. The 11A quarters tonight, Del Rapids at home to Lennox. All of these games just about to start. Sioux Falls Christian hosting Dakota Valley. West Central, the 2 seed at home to Madison. Beersford, the 3 seed at home to Canton. In 11AA, Pierre, the 5-time defending 11AA champion in the capital city, just about to start and is starting now, in fact, against Sturgis. Yankton at home to Brookings. T area shutting out Watertown at the half in T 21-0. And in Aberdeen at Swisher Field, it's the Central Golden Eagles leading Spearfish at the half by a score of 20-0. In the largest classification, 11 AAA, Jefferson Cavaliers remain unbeaten after a 42-7 win over Sioux Falls, Washington at Howard Wood Field. Coming up in about a half hour or so there will be Sioux Falls Lincoln meeting Brandon Valley. Other half of the 11 AAA bracket, O'Gorman leading Rapid City Stevens in Sioux Falls at the half, 26-14, and just before halftime in Harrisburg, the Tigers are leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt by a score of 21-6. Don't want to forget about All Nations football because their semifinal games are going to be played on Saturday. Standing Rock, who eliminated McLaughlin on Tuesday, will be at Red Cloud on Saturday afternoon, and Todd County will host Winnebago. Lower Brule, who's unbeaten in the top seed in Class B in All Nations, will host Cheyenne, Eagle Butte, Teospaye, Topa in Lower Brule on Saturday afternoon, and Teospazina will be at home on Saturday to meet Omaha Nation out of Nebraska. Those championship games in both of those classifications will be a week from tomorrow, Friday, November 4th, at the Dakota Dome in Vermilion. So you are caught up on all of the other playoff football, and in this 9B quarterfinal, it's a good one, and it's anybody's game at the half in Oneida. Charger Field, Irene-Wakonda leading Sully, and Sully Buttes are tied at 14. Now, Sully Buttes will have the football to start the second half, or at least they'll receive the second half kickoff. You never know what might be up, but that may have had, as we mentioned, something to do with Sully Buttes not wanting to take too many chances on this last drive of the first half, knowing that potentially they'll have the ball to start the second. But Sully Buttes worked their way from behind with one drive that was vintage Sully Buttes, taking basically half of the second quarter. And they've been able to work their way back into this game in large measure because of that drive. Teams about to start their warm-up before the second half begins, so Mary will take a 3-minute break right here and then come back with what should be a very good second half. In the 9B quarterfinal in Oneida at halftime, Irene-Wakonda 14, Sully Buttes 14 on the Vision Care Associates scoreboard. Back with the second half in 3 minutes. This is high school playoff football featuring the Sully Buttes Chargers on Star 99.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
We've got a history of serving you, a history of family-owned community banking that goes back over 100 years. We grew up here, we're local, and local ownership means local decisions. It means our products are tailored to meet local needs. We take pride in our support of many local organizations and encourage community growth through charitable contributions and employee involvement. First Fidelity Bank, member FDIC, first-class banking on a first-name basis.
Need tires? Danny Menholt Toyota will beat anyone's price on tires. Plus, give you 2-year road hazard coverage at no extra charge. And for a limited time, get up to $100 rebates on sets of 4 tires. Our experts help you get the right tires for your vehicle, and we meet or beat any price. Give you 2 years of road hazard coverage and up to a $100 rebate. That's how we roll. See us at Danny Menholt Toyota or justhowweroll.com.
Are you searching for an epic career in the healthcare field? Look no further. You can get a practical nursing degree from Lake Area Technical College right here at Capital City Campus in Pierce, South Dakota. It's close to home, affordable, hands-on learning, and relevant training, outstanding job placement with an excellent return on your investment, and one of the best nursing programs available in the region. For more information on how you can launch your healthcare career, go to lakeareatech.edu or capitalcitycampus.org.
Shop local with Burke and Gregory Building Centers, your hometown hardware stores, specializing in everything from finding the right drill bit to building your dream home. The crew at Burke and Gregory Building Centers take pride in customer service and are always available to help with any project, big or small. They offer top-of-the-line flooring and cabinetry, a large inventory of rental items, quality Pittsburgh paint, and so much more. Follow them on Facebook and shop online anytime at bgbuildingcenter.com.
To detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes!
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in South Dakota, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Well, 24 minutes to decide whose season will go on to the 9B semifinals a week from tomorrow. And again, looking like that'll be in either Harriet or Selby, with Harriet Selby area with a big lead over Avon near halftime. But here, it's even at 14. Irene-Wakonda and Sully Butte to Charger Field. Merkel's Foods brings you our player of the game. Someone will receive a T-shirt tonight as our player of the game in our postgame. And again, it's Sully Butte who will receive the ball to start this second half kickoff, brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities in the community to serve. Sully Butte, remember you can watch it at the Star 99 page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app. Purple uniforms with the gold helmets. And Irene-Wakonda with white tops, black pants, blue numerals. Chase Dollerup is ready to kick. Lucas R. Corn and Thomas Ferris stand back at around their 15-yard line. And here we go with the potential for a very good and maybe dramatic second half. Tied right now in this 9B quarterfinal from right to left. Dollerup with an end-over-end kick running up on it at his 19 is our Corn. 20, 25, 30, trying to fight his way through to around his 34-yard line.
To about the 40-yard line, 39.
To the 39-yard line, not the 34.
Up 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Good return by our Corn as he was able to run up on it. Again, they're trying to angle these kicks away from these fast guys. That is always the trick in these kickoffs. So a good return for our Corn to his 39-yard line. That's where Sully Butte begins. And again, let's see if they can play the ball control game that they like to play. 2 receivers to the left. Chase Yellowhawk over there. They're in about the middle of the field. No wider side either way. Hepker with a design run, 40 to his 45. Hepker had a good first half running the ball, is down there after about 6.
Hepker with the carry, he gains about 5 on the play, brings up second down.
And Gerard near that play, and that's a gain of about 6. Second down at about 4 here for Sully Buttes from their 45-yard line. And again, in the huddle, and absolutely will take all the time that they need to take here. Hand clap and they're out. Logan Severson, Chase Yellowhawker wide to the left for Sully Buttes. Second down around 4 from their 45. Ferry's in motion. Ferris takes the pass as he falls down. Did he catch it at his 48? Irene-Wakonda says no. The officials haven't told us anything yet. Did he catch it or not? I guess he did.
Gain of about.
He's a little short of the first down, but he did catch the ball. He was diving for a ball that was underthrown, and no signal for a moment as to whether he caught it or not, but he did. To his 48, leaving Sully Buttes with about 1.5 yards. Third down in that length. 3 of 4. Sully Buttes good on this down in the first half. Line to gain is just across the 49-yard line. Not a lot of time now. The official back judge puts his hand up to say there's 10 seconds to snap it. 2 receivers to the left. And the snap is to Hepker and just runs at left guard. He has that first down across midfield. And it's into Irene-Wakonda territory.
For another Sully Buttes Charger.
Across the midfield strike, Garrett Libby is able to stop him, but it's at the 49-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. First down for Sully Buttes, and they've already taken 2 minutes off the clock and have only had to use 3 snaps of the ball. Again, they know, keep it out of the hands of this dynamic Eagle offense, and Dashiell Spurrell, who just had 9 pass attempts in the first half of this game. And again, the Chargers taking all the time they can in the huddle. They're not in a hurry, and don't need to be. Yellowhawk and Severson are wide to the right. 3 receivers set that way, in fact, with Ferris, who goes in motion to the left. First and 10, Irene-Wakonda, 49 for Sully Buttes. Snap is back to Landon Hepker. Throw long down the left side, and a dive, and Ferris just can't quite hang on near the 10-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. Incomplete.
Brings up second down.
Thomas Ferris nearly caught up to that ball, and that would have been a big play. Ball was well thrown. I don't think Ferris got caught up on his route by any way. Just couldn't quite reach it. Still almost need an excellent catch. Had the secondary beaten by several yards. Second down and 10, Sully Buttes at Irene-Wakonda's 49. Tie game at 14, 9:26 left in the third. 3 receivers set to the right again. Now Thomas Ferris is sent in motion to the left for Sully Buttes. And the snap is to Hepker, and a design play at left guard, but only for a couple as they grabbed him by the ankles. Again, and there's Miles Pullman making another good play.
He is brought down by
And there's a player down. It's a Sully Buttes player. And they will take a look at him. Pullman held Landon Hepker, the quarterback. And the Sully Buttes team has been through some injuries, and this is not good at all for Tyler Marshall, the right guard. They're having to help him off the field. Marshall, the senior, 6'1", 158, and playing at that guard spot, but he is having to be helped to the Sully Buttes sideline away from us. And again, this is not at all what Sully Buttes needs. They've had to deal with injuries through the season, even as they've had their 7-2 campaign to this point. Third down, long 8, just outside the Irene-Wakonda 47-yard line. 2 receivers left for Sully Buttes. Now 4 out of 5 on third down after another conversion a moment ago, but they need 8.5 yards here. Snap back to Hepker, stands at his 45, lobs at left side, wants Ferris, caught it inside the 25-yard line of Irene-Wakonda, and out of bounds for a first down.
Ferris is complete.
Double coverage over there, but
about 30 yards
Ferris was able to elude it. The big play that didn't happen a moment ago does there. And it's right on the 20-yard line of Irene-Wakonda for 27 yards and a big first down. And again, Sully Buttes does the job on third down, where they're now 5 of 6. They're near the 20-yard line of Irene-Wakonda, 1st and 10. Snap is back to Hepker at right guard. Design play, but not a lot. Maybe a yard and maybe 2. Grabbing him from behind was Brody Van Beek for Irene-Wakonda. But again, this can allow
gain of about 2 on the play.
Sully
Brings
Buttes
up
to
2nd and 8.
chew up some more time. We're 4 minutes into the third quarter. It's a tie game at 14. This is the first possession of the second half in this 9B quarterfinal on a crisp but pleasant night at Charger Field in Oneida with a crescent moon in the end zone, above the end zone to our right. Not in the end zone. That'd be a story, wouldn't it? 2nd and 8 at the Irene-Wakonda 18. 2 receivers to the left. Hepker. Long count. Round right end, a late pitch. On the right side, Ferris to the 10, to the 5. Goes for the corner run out of bounds before he makes the end zone. But he just outran Deshelle Spurrell, and he's inside
for another Sully Buttes
the 5-yard line, and Sully Buttes has 1st and goal. It's a gain of 13 to the 5-yard line as Spurrell ran him out on the right sideline. Hepker is now up, by the way, to 80 yards on 13 carries. Ferris now with 19 on 4 carries. He's had the touchdown tonight. Sully Buttes 5 yards away from the lead. 1st and goal to Irene-Wakonda 5. 7:35 on a third in a tie game at 14. Arcorn in the backfield behind Hepker. Hand to Lucas. Arcorn at right guard to the 2. To the 1. Not quite in, though. Arcorn grabbed by Garrett Libby.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll spot him down at the 2-yard line. He gained 3. Sully Buttes had a scoring drive of basically 6 minutes earlier. They have taken just about 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of the second half, as they try to regain the lead. 2nd down and goal to Irene-Wakonda 2. 3 receivers to the left. Arkerin, Yellowhawk. Ferris over there, but it's Hepker up the middle, dives toward the end zone, touchdown Sully Buttes.
Hepker with the quarterback sneak, touchdown.
Landon Hepker. Combined with rushing and passing, that's now 21 touchdowns for the senior quarterback this year, and Sully Buttes has gained the lead back with 6:54 left in the third quarter at 20-14. And again, Sully Buttes going 61 yards, but they eat up over 5 minutes, and that's what's important for them. Again, keeping this Irene-Wakonda offense off the field. Don't let that 4-5 record fool you again. This is a dynamic offense, but Sully Buttes, since really the early part of the second quarter, has done well in keeping it off the field. Now Sully Buttes will try for an 8-point lead as they keep the offense on the field and go for 2. Hepker with Arcorn behind him in the backfield. Well, he's wide to the right. Now he's in motion, and now the officials are going to stop things because Sully Buttes called the timeout because I think there were people that weren't exactly in the right positions. We'll keep it here, and Sully Buttes calls a timeout that they hope they won't need later. Not the point where you want to use one, setting up for a 2-point conversion. The scoring drive for Sully Buttes, 10 plays, 61 yards. They take 5 minutes and 6 seconds. But remember, the big pass play from Hepker to Ferris, converting a 3rd down, put it at the Irene-Wakonda 20, and then Ferris on the next play after that had the 13-yard run. 2 plays later, the Hepker touchdown makes it 20-14 with the conversion still pending. Again, for Harriet Selby area, no problem so far with Avon tonight. In the other half of that 9B bracket, 38-0 Harriet Selby area near halftime. So it's looking like the winner of this game will have to go to either Harriet or Selby in the semifinal round next Friday, a week from tomorrow, that is. And assuming Harriet Selby area hangs on, and either or Sully Buttes is there, that game will be on 100.7 KMLO a week from tomorrow, Friday, November 4th. That'll be semifinal night in the SDHSAA playoffs in all classifications. Out of the timeout, Sully Buttes will again try for two, hoping they have the people in the right spots. It appears they do. Arkerin is among the three receivers to the left. Ferris in the backfield behind Hepker, who pitches to Ferris. Right side, wants to spin toward the end zone and breaks out of Pullman's tackle and does make it.
Ferris with the carry.
Thomas Ferris with a two-point conversion, and the Sully Buttes lead is 8. We'll take a break. 6:54 left in the third quarter. Sully Buttes with the lead again over Irene-Wakonda in this 9B quarterfinal, 22-14. Back to Oneida in 30 seconds on Star 99.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options.
To the air, and we told you about the play that helped set up that score. Hepker has found his man, and that time it was Ferris. Mobridge Pollock action on Tuesday night here on Star 99. First round of 6A regional volleyball. Andy will have it for you when the Tigers host McLaughlin around 6:30 here on Star 99 on Tuesday evening. And if the Tigers win,
Hepker to kick for the Chargers.
Then back here on Star 99 on Thursday, hosting either Stanley County or Cheyenne Eagle Butte. Those teams will play in Fort Pierre on Tuesday nights.
Spurl to receive.
Dashell Spurl is standing back at around his own 10, waiting on the kick of Landon Hepker. Hand clap, and the bunch toward the ball, then back out into the kickoff formation. Sully Buttes now with an 8-point lead, and again they spin the kickoff left. This is taken by an up man at his 31. This is Gerard, 35-40. Ben Gerardison's speed, 45 down to his 48. Well, Gerard was ready for that. Good run back there by Ben. Hepker was the one who had to make the tackle, but that's really nice anticipation there by Ben Gerard. Hepker up a little slowly after making that tackle.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
And Irene-Wakonda is at their own spot at the 49-yard line, so good field position here after that good return by Gerard. They're 1st and 10. And on the first play of this possession, they go with Dallerup at left guard for a couple. Chase Yellowhawk is
up with the carry.
In on the hit for
4 on the play.
Sully Buttes.
2nd and 6.
After a gain to around the 49-yard line of Sully Buttes. It's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. 3 receivers set to the left. No, it's 4 in a diamond formation. Screen to Libby. Left side, he is to the 40-yard line of Sully Buttes before he's brought down. They had a diamond formation on the left side.
About 8 on the play. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Arkorin was in on the stop, but Spurrell completes it to Libby, and it's to the 40-yard line of Sully Buttes for a 1st down after a gain of 9. 6 of 10 now throwing for Dashell Spurrell. Spurrell. Not even a diamond. It's a square formation of 4 receivers to the left. Snap back to Spurrell. He looks left. Well, good coverage, but good protection too. So he throws it right. Libby trying to reach it, and it's out of bounds on the right sideline and incomplete at the 15. Credit Sully Buttes there for the coverage. No one was open. In fact, Libby had to go all the way, crossing from the left sideline to the right, trying to reach that ball, which basically Spurrell was trying to throw away, just so it wouldn't get picked. 5:34, third quarter. Sully Buttes 22, Irene-Wakonda 14. Irene-Wakonda from right to left is 2nd down and 10 of the Sully Buttes 40. Again, same formation. 4 receivers to the left. The pitch is to the right to Dallerup. Good block. Up the middle, 30. Chases to the 20. Breaks another tackle. He's down near the 16-yard line.
Up with the carry.
But well into the secondary, Logan Severson
15 on the play, brings up 1st and 10
had
for the
to
Eagles.
make the stop. 21-yard line, or 22 it is, not the 16. But still a good run of 18 yards for Chase Dallerup, who has the 2 touchdowns for Irene-Wakonda in this game, and he just gained 18. 1st and 10, Irene-Wakonda, 22-yard line of Sully Buttes. Again, that 4 receiver set to the left in a box. Van Beek is one of them, by the way. And a roll right by Spurl. Throws and a little screen, a little hitch. It's caught. Good gain by Dallerup.
Spurl's pass is complete to Dallerup. Gain of about 8 on the play.
And down to about the
2nd
14-yard line of Sully Buttes. That's a well-designed play over there with Trevor Marshall making the stop. 8-yard gain to the 14. That makes it 2nd down and 2. Irene-Wakonda down 8. 4:22 in the 3rd. 22-14 Sully Buttes on top. Again, 4 receivers set to the left. And Van Beek, the big guy, is one of them again. Spurl throws left. This time it's caught by Broderson. The fullback breaks a tackle to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Irene-Wakonda.
Squirrel's pass is complete.
Well, about the last 15 of that was the effort of the senior fullback, Clay Broderson, with his 2nd touchdown reception of the year on his 9th catch of the year, and it brings Irene-Wakonda to within 2 at 22-20. He must have broken 3 tackles. Great effort by Broderson. And now a try for 2 to try to tie the game for Irene-Wakonda, and taking it is Spurl trying to fight through tacklers. No, Sully Buttes comes up with the wall at right guard, and nothing doing for Spurl. He doesn't make it into the end zone.
Conversion is no good.
And that keeps Sully Buttes in the lead, and we'll take a break. 4:09 left, 3rd quarter in this 9B quarterfinal. Sully Buttes 22, Irene-Wakonda 20. Back in 30 seconds to Oneida here on Star 99.
Available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
And it shows with the Chargers. Colson Farms wishes the Sully Buttes athletes the best of luck in your competition. In for the win, Chargers.
Sully Buttes hangs on to the lead, stopping that 2-point conversion. That could be important, but the touchdown drive for Irene-Wakonda, 6 plays, 52 yards, and 2:45. Again, what a job by Clay Broderson to break tackles for the 14-yard scoring play on the pass. But again, the 2-point conversion, no good. Good stop by Sully Buttes on Spurl there. And it is 22-20. Sully Buttes still by 2. 38-0 Harriet Selby area, all over Avon at the half. In Harriet, that's on 100.7 KMLO as the Wolverines look to stay unbeaten and move on to
Corn and Ferris to receive.
Host.
Miller up the kick.
The 9B semifinal a week from tomorrow. Sully Buttes would like to be there. They're ahead by 2. Chase Dallerup for Irene-Wakonda is ready to kick. Lucas Arcorin, Thomas Ferris are the deep men standing inside their 20. Dallerup runs up on it. Again, he kicks it left. Sully Buttes, and having to fall on it is an up man, as that was a live football near the 20-yard line.
That squib kick is just up by Colson.
Good little squib there. Gavin Colson, the freshman, finally able to land on it. As fans were yelling, I bet his bench was yelling, get on that football. He did. And Sully Buttes will start at their 26, 1st and 10. holding on to a 2-point lead. Just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's a throw left by Hepker, and Ferris couldn't hang on. Just dropped that. Gerard was coming over there, but Thomas may have heard him coming as he just dropped it. Only the third incompletion of the game for Hepker, and it wasn't Landon's fault. 2nd down and 10 for Sully Buttes from their 26. Severson, Yellowhawk, Arkaran are the 3 wide men to the right. Ferris in the backfield beside Landon Hepker, who's in the pistol, takes the snap, handed to Ferries, up the middle, Dollar up in on him as he worked his way across the 25 down to around the 28-yard line.
Ferris with the carry.
Make it the 29.
Tackled by Dollar up.
For a gain of 3.
Gain of a couple on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And Sully Buttes. 3rd down, they still need 7. Again, this has been a good down for the Chargers tonight. They're 5 of 6. They need 7 yards here. Line to gain is the Sully Buttes 36. 3:35, 3rd quarter. Sully Buttes leading over Irene-Wakonda in this 9B quarterfinal by a score of 22-20. We hope you're enjoying it. This is the sort of game we hoped it would be, and it's been excellent so far. 3 receivers to the left again. Now, Ferris is sent in motion from right to left. Snap back on 3rd down to Hepker. Down the middle. Oh, and not able to hang on to it. It's Trevor Marshall. He turned. It's incomplete. He turned before he caught the football. He had taken the turn upfield, but didn't look the ball into his hands. So 2 drops on that possession will lead to punt formation for Landon Hepker and Irene-Wakonda with a chance to have the football back here with just over 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Again, nobody deep, at least at the moment, for Irene-Wakonda. Wary of Sully Buttes trying something tricky, but they don't do that. And, it came off the top of Hepker's foot. He wants a bit of a bounce. He has a little bit, but Irene-Wakonda is going to set up at inside Sully Buttes territory.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
And they're going to spot this at the 46-yard line.
Looks like Sully Buttes' 46-yard line.
Of Sully Buttes. That's only a 17-yard punt. And with 3:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Wakonda starts this drop to the short side of the field. That's to the left. For quarterback, Dashel Spurl. Snap is back. Trying to move around right end. Here comes some rushers. Here comes a flag. Marshall was in on him. Throw down the right sideline is incomplete.
Flag on the play.
Diving receiver over that way was Miles Pullman. But a flag came down. You would think a hold. That's what it is.
Against the Eagles.
Against Irene-Wakonda. That is only their 2nd penalty and only the 2nd penalty in this entire game. But it's going to set the Eagles back. Yeah, you know Tom Moore is going to set them back at this point. This penalty brings it, all the way back.
Penalty from the spot.
From the spot of the foul.
Penalty
and it's all the way back to the 40-yard line of Irene-Wakonda.
Brings up 1st and 25.
So 1st down and 24 to go. Four receiver set again to the left for Irene-Wakonda. Spurl rolls to the right. Look out, here comes some pressure. Breaks away, screen down the middle off the hands of Broderson and incomplete.
Spurl's pass to Broderson.
And Broderson was draped by Lucas Arcorin.
2nd down.
And remember, too, it's getting cooler. That's one thing to think about. Then it's going to be a little bit harder to catch a football when it gets down into about the mid-40s where it is right now.
As a reminder, please make sure your headlights are off.
Still,
if you are parked around the field. Please make sure your
on October night, not bad weather at all. 2nd down, 24 for Irene-Wakonda from their 40. 2:54 in the 3rd quarter. Sully Buttes on top, 22-20. That box 4 receiver set is now to the right, and that is the wide side. Snap back to Spurl. Dashel is looking that way. Looks right, now looks left as everyone's covered. It just starts running. 40, 45, forward to his 47. Trevor Marshall in the play, and a good job by Squirrel to
flushed out of the pocket.
Make yardage out of that. But again, Sully Buttes continues to cover well.
Brings up third down.
They're going with that same box set every time with those 4 receivers. Gain of 7 for Irene-Wakonda to their 47, makes it third down and 17. They've been pretty good on third down, 3 for 6, but they need a lot here. Jake Kuhl and Miles Pullman are wide to the right, receiver to the left. On 3rd and 17 from their 47. Snap back to Spurl. Daschel looks, receivers covered again. Now throws left, overthrown for Pullman, and it's intercepted. The freshman, the man who fell on that kickoff earlier, this time he makes the interception. It's Gavin Colson.
From the 33.
Big pick there. He overthrew Pullman, and the freshman Gavin Colson is able to make the pick. And he runs it back to the Sully Buttes 33, and the Chargers have it back with 1:57 left in the third quarter. What a big play that could be. Now Sully Buttes will try again to eat up some time. They're 1st and 10 from their 33-yard line. Snap to Hepker at right guard. Came off a hit, maybe fell forward to the 35. Pullman got a hand
with the keeper
on him, and Brody Van Beek finished the play. Hepker able to gain a couple
by Van Beek
to his 35.
Gain of 1.5 on the play.
And Sully Buttes with that 2-point lead. The interception there's been 1 interception East Way. The turnover, actually the strip on the great play by Libby for Irene-Wakonda earlier, but the interception there gives it to Sully Buttes. They're 2nd and 8 from their 35 with 1:20 left in the third. 22-20 Sully Buttes on top. The winners to the 9B semifinal a week from tomorrow. 2 receivers left, snap back to Hepker. Here comes some pressure by Pullman, breaks away from that. Throws wrong down right. Marshall caught it in stride. 30-20 to the 10 of Irene-Wakonda. Off a tackle, end zone, touchdown Sully Buttes. Trevor Marshall broke away from Ben Gerard.
65-yard pass play.
And a 65-yard score. Hepker finds Trevor Marshall to increase the Sully Buttes lead to 28-20. You can't throw the ball any better than Landon Hepker just did. And Trevor Marshall had a drop not too long ago, but the cold weather didn't bother him on that one. Beautiful throw, and then he just ran away out of the lunge of Ben Gerard. Now Sully Buttes will try to make it a 2-score lead. They're up 8 with 1:02 left in the third quarter. The numbers now passing for Landon Hepker, 8 of 12 for 149 yards. They don't have much time to snap this. 5-4. They do. Hepker runs at left guard. End zone. He's there. 2-point conversion. The Sully Buttes lead is 10. 1:02 left in the third, and Sully Buttes trying to take control of this 9B quarterfinal. They now lead Irene-Wakonda 30-20. Back in 30 seconds on Star 99.
Rosenberg Implement knows this haying season was somewhat difficult and you may not have time to replace your broken windrower sections and knives. So this week, you can get an 8% discount on windrower sections and knives. Your windrower heads can take a beating with knives and sections while cutting low to the ground. Now's the perfect time to replace them before you put your John Deere windrower away for the winter. Stop at any of Rosenberg Implements and save 8% on windrower sections and knives this week.
Association.
The 65-yard scoring play from Landon Hepker to Trevor Marshall, and the 2-point run by Hepker, and it increases the Sully Buttes lead to 30-20. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Just a 2-play drive, 67 yards. The first 2 on the run by Hepker, and then the big pass play. Just 55 seconds. And that one may have turned things big time in favor of Sully Buttes.
We get Squirrel back there again to receive.
Landon Hepker will kick off for the Chargers, who've taken a 10-point lead in this quarterfinal. Ken Harriet Selby area with a big lead in the third quarter for Avon, 38-0. So looking like, barring something most unexpected, that the Chargers would go north a week from tomorrow if they hang on. Still a fourth quarter to go. And Irene-Wakonda still with that dynamic offense, but they're going to have to move the ball now down 10. Hepker ready to kick. Spurl waits. He'll never have this one as it's out of bounds at the left sideline near the 26-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. And there's no way that Sully Butte, and you can understand why, wants to kick the ball to Dashel Spurl. They'll kick it out of bounds. They don't care. They don't want Spurl with a long return that would
Hepker's kick goes out of bounds.
Make things back in the favor of...
Congratulations to Clark Jardry for winning the 50-50.
Irene-Wakonda. They will start
first and 10 for the Eagles
at their 31. But now down 10. 8 of 15, 85 yards, an interception for Spurl. Takes the low snap around right end. He's just going to run and tries to avoid tacklers. 35-40. Good run for him here. He's near that first down. He needs his 41. Landon Hepker was over to
gains of about 4 on the play.
Bring down Spurl. He is going to be knocked out of bounds. That is 40. Excuse me. The line of scrimmage was the 36-yard line, not the 31. My bad. So it's a gain of 4, not 9.
Please turn off your headlights if you are parked around the field.
So it is second down and 6. Not 1. Second down and 6 for Irene-Wakonda at their 40. 53 seconds in the third. Irene-Wakonda now down 10. Sully Butte's on top in this quarterfinal. Snap is back to Dashel Spurl at a screen to the left. Caught by Pullman. 35-yard line, 40, 45. Stiff arm into Sully Butte's territory. 40, 32. More tackles broken. Left sideline, and he's gone. He's out of bounds first. Well, he had stepped out of bounds. He had gone into the end zone, but Pullman did step out of bounds at the 31-yard line of Sully Butte. But a big play there to the leading receiver for Irene-Wakonda, and that's the big tight end, Miles Pullman, for just his third catch of the game. It's for 29 yards to the Sully Butte's 31. Clock is stopped with 42 seconds left in the third. 30-20 Sully Butte, but Irene-Wakonda driving. Pullman is wide to the right on 1st and 10. Libby is wide to the left, split backfield. Shotgun for Dashel Spurl. 2 steps right, now back left. Middle of the pocket, throws down the middle. Pullman caught it, and he barrels his way into the end zone. This one's a touchdown for Irene-Wakonda. Trying in vain to stop Pullman was the freshman Gavin Colson, but instead Irene-Wakonda striking 2 big pass plays. Pullman has back-to-back catches, this one for 31 yards, and the score with 33 seconds left in the third quarter. This is what this team did last week, answering quickly when Irene-Wakonda would score. Throw left for Libby on the 2-point conversion. He breaks the tackle and is into the end zone. And it's a 2-point game again. Let's take a break. 33 seconds left, third quarter.
33 seconds left to go in the third
now
quarter.
It is Sully Butte's 30. Irene-Wakonda 28. Back in 30 seconds on Star 99.
Eklund Tax Service, located at 323 Main Street in Gregory, South Dakota, is available for all your tax preparations. Mark Eklund has been a staple in the Gregory community for many years and wants to help you and your business have success by specializing in all types of bookkeeping. Eklund Tax can take care of any agricultural, retail, or personal bookkeeping or tax preparation. Call Mark at Eklund Tax today at 605-835-9665.
64 yards in just 3 plays. Irene-Wakonda strikes quickly. They take only 29 seconds. After 1 pass play, 60 yards worth of passes from Dashiell Spurl to Miles Pullman, the second one of 31 yards for the touchdown, and then Spurl found Garrett Libby for the two-pointer. Right back to a two-point game again. Sully Buttes hanging on to a 30-28 lead. Total yardage as we have it right now, Sully Buttes with 271. Irene-Wakonda 228. Spurl now 10 of 17 passing for 145 yards. Landon Hepker 8 of 12 for 149 yards and the touchdown. 3 touchdowns on the ground also for Sully Buttes, 1 each for Hepker, Thomas Ferris, and Lucas Arcorin.
Kick for the Eagles. Ferris and Arcorin to
Chase
receive.
Dallerup set to kick for Irene-Wakonda. Remember, watch this thriller at the Star 99 page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app, brought to you by Key Insurance, Sitting Bull College, and Riverside Home Furnishings. Arcorin and Ferris stand back at around their 15. Again, a squib kick, and it's Yellowhawk that takes it around his 44-yard line and down to the 47, and that's an alert play by the up man, Chase Yellowhawk.
Onside kick recovered by Yellowhawk.
Again, you
10 for the Chargers.
cannot blame either of these kickers for wanting to keep it away from the deep men. Yellowhawk is brought down at around his 48-yard line after a return of about 4 yards. 28 seconds left in the third. We've still got a fourth quarter to go, and it's still anybody's game in this 9B quarterfinal. 1st and 10, Sully Buttes just outside their 48. 2 receivers to the right. Hepker fakes the handoff. Landon around left end to midfield. Puts his head down, 45, 44-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. Garrett Libby stopped him.
Hepker with the carry.
Hepker with carry,
on the play,
number
second down.
16. That'll put him over the 90-yard mark. And that ends the third quarter of play. And what should be an exciting fourth quarter on the way. Through 3 on the Vision Care Associate scoreboard in Oneida in the 9B quarterfinal. Sully Buttes 30, Irene-Wakonda 28. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute on Star 99.
The cars, trucks, and SUVs you're looking for are at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda. Shop imports and domestics, many local one-owner trade-ins, plus the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down and get financing available as low as 1.99% APR. That's no down and financing as low as 1.99%. Our great prices and low financing rates make now the best time to buy. See us at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda or rushmorehonda.com.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Ladies and gentlemen, Superfan for the high schoolers.
This fourth quarter of the 9B quarterfinal sees Sully Buttes at the start of it leading Irene-Wakonda 30-28. The gain was 8 yards for Landon Hepker in the final play of the third quarter.
But it was Tawny at junior high.
And Sully Buttes hanging on to the 2-point lead. They have a touchdown pass from Hepker, who's had a good night, 8 of 12, 149. Hepker, Arcorin, and Ferris with touchdown runs. Hepker 92 yards rushing and 149 yards passing for Sully Buttes, who are 2nd and 2 at Irene-Wakonda's 44. Now from right to left. 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun for Arcorin, in motion to the left, Thomas Ferris. Snap is back to Hepker, up the middle, 40, 35, big room, 30-yard line. Gerard brings him down, or he might have scored inside the 30. Landon Hepker using his speed, and remember, he's got pretty good speed and long strides too.
Another Sully Buttes Charger.
And he is all the way to the 26-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. That's an 18-yard gain. Sully Buttes still again up only 2, trying to increase that lead with 3 receivers to the left on 1st and 10. Irene-Wakonda is 26. Ferris in motion to the right. Hepker is just up the middle again, puts his head down, brought down with an ankle tackle, about 2 or 3 yards
with the carry
for him. As Garrett Libby is able to grab him by that ankle and stop him. They'll give him 4 to the Irene-Wakonda 22. As we're underway with the 4th quarter here in Oneida. Glad you're with us on Star 99. We'll update you on Harriet Selby area in just a bit. They are having their way still with Avon. Hepker around left end on the 2nd down play and to the left sideline inside the 20-yard line. Close to that line, the gain. We'll see where they spot him.
Gain of about 10 on the play.
Broderson made the stop. In fact, he's inside the 15 and all the way down to the 12 for another first down. Harriet Selby area in front of Avon now 44-6. Early in the 4th quarter in Harriet, so it's looking like the winner of this game will go to either Harriet or Selby for the 9B semifinal, which will be a week from tomorrow, don't forget, and that'll be on 100.7 KMLO. 1st and 10 Sully Buttes. They're at Irene-Wakonda's 12. 2 receivers to the right. Hepker with a little inside handoff to Trevor Marshall, but Garrett Libby makes another good play
tackled by Libby
to bulldog him down. Libby wasn't fooled by that little inside give to Trevor Marshall. Held him to about 3 to the 9-yard line of Irene-Wakonda. Still 10-12 left, and Sully Buttes looking to increase what is now a 2-point lead, but wants to take the time they can before giving back to this potent Irene-Wakonda offense. But you know the Sully Buttes offense is potent too, just in a different way. 2 receivers to the left, 2nd down and 7. And the Irene-Wakonda 9. Hepker, another inside give. Ferris, not much there.
Hepker with the keeper.
Hepker, I should say, with the keeper.
Loss of several on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Is brought down before making it back. He lost about a half yard, actually. Designed run, but another wall there for Irene-Wakonda. Back to the 10. That makes it 3rd down and about 8. They need around the 2 for a first down. Clock runs with 9:17 left. Sully Buttes 30. Irene-Wakonda 28 in this 9B quarterfinal. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd down snap to Hepker. Pitch right to Ferris. Wants to throw. End zone. Looks for Marshall. It is intercepted in the back of the end zone by Ben Gerard. Gerard stepped right in front of Trevor Marshall.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
As Ferris tried to find him, but Ben Gerard made the play and jumped in front of it. Sully Buttes turns it over for the 2nd time. And on the touchback, Irene-Wakonda will take over at their 20. Big play by Ben Gerard. Gives it back to Irene-Wakonda with 9:02 to go in this 30-28 game. And Dashiell Spurl, interception the last time, 10 of 17. He has 29 yards rushing, 145 yards passing in this game. He's under center on 1st and 10 from his 20. And up the middle, and not a whole lot there around right end. Not back to the line of scrimmage, in fact, for Dallerup.
Dallerup with the carry.
As the charge
in the backfield
led by
Chargers brings up 2nd
Reese
and 11.
Voorhees. Loss of a yard back to the 19. Sully Buttes wasn't fooled by anything there. 2nd and 11, Irene-Wakonda from their 19. 7 foot tall Jake Cool is one of 2 receivers to the left. I mean, you can't miss it. From left to right go Irene-Wakonda. Snap to Spurl. Cuts, keeper across the 20 down to his 23 or so.
Spurl with the carry.
Chase Yellowhawk in that play.
Tackled by Marshall and Yellowhawk.
Sets up a 3rd down.
About 5 on that play, brings up 3rd down.
For Irene-Wakonda. 4-yard gain to their 23. Spurl 33 yards on 9 carries. Irene-Wakonda has had only the one chance on third down in the second half. Didn't make it, so they're 3 for 7 for the night. Third down, they need this one. 3rd and 7 from their 23. Down 2 with 7:43 left. 2 receivers to the right. The backfield is split. The snap is to Spurl, and he runs left and has some room. 25 down near the 30-yard line, which is what he needs for the first down. A big run by Spurl.
About 7 on the play.
Will they move the sticks? Yes, they will. Big run by Dashiell Spurl for an Irene-Wakonda first down. Voorhees was there, but in fact, he had a yard more than he needed. In fact, 2. All the way out. They'll give him the 31-yard line, actually, but that's a big 8-yard third down run by Dashiell Spurl, this fleet-footed quarterback, and with a pretty good arm, too. 1st and 10 from their 31 for Irene-Wakonda. Shotgun now for the senior Spurl. Snap to him. Receivers covered, starts to scramble as the pocket broke down and up the middle to his 35. And again, a good job to make any yardage out of that.
By Voorhees and Arcorin.
Voorhees was able to stop him.
About 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
But Spurl reacting well, seeing that the receivers were covered. Boy, the job that Sully Buttes has done a lot of this night in covering receivers, that's really limiting what Dashiell Spurl has been able to do. He looks and doesn't see anything. That's happened a lot. 2nd down and 6, Irene-Wakonda from their 35. 6:30 left. Sully Buttes 30, Irene-Wakonda 28. Shotgun again for Spurl. Snaps back to him. Protection for him. Throw long down the middle. What's Pullman? Miles caught the ball inside the 30-yard line of Sully Buttes. Ferry's had great coverage. He's down at the 22.
Gain of about 40.
The leading receiver, Miles Pullman, comes up with a big catch for Irene-Wakonda as they're in Sully Buttes territory and not far from the red zone. Down to the 27, not the 22, but still it's a very, very big play of 38 yards. 1st and 10, Irene-Wakonda. Again, that 4-box receiver set to the left. Spurl wants to throw left. Now ducks his head, scrambles, breaks out of a tackle, 20-yard line, 15 left sideline, 10, down to the 5 and forced out of bounds. Spurl again scrambling.
Forced out of the pocket, gain of about 24.
And puts his way out of trouble and makes it 1st and goal and puts Irene-Wakonda on the doorstep. Down to 5:35 left with the clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. They are around the 6-yard line after a big 21-yard. Well, you call it a scramble. That's what that was by Dashiell Spurl. 1st and goal, the Sully Buttes 6. Spurl takes the snap, throws to the right on a screen. This is Broderson out of a tackle to the 5, runs over Ferries and into the end zone. Touchdown, Irene-Wakonda leads again. Clay Broderson just took on Thomas Ferris at the goal line and just put him under. Not literally, but Ferris might feel like it. But Irene-Wakonda has regained the lead. Down 10, they've come back with 2 scores. Still 5:28 left. But the Eagles, they had to win on the road at Corsica Stickney last Thursday. They're on the road again, and they've come from 10 down to take the lead in Oneida. 34-30, 5:28 left. They go for 2. Box of 4 receivers to the left, but Spurl just runs at right guard. Bottled up, but not before he crossed the goal line. Spurl runs it in for 2, and now it's Irene-Wakonda with the lead.
Eagles 36.
We'll take a break. 5:28 left, 4th quarter in Oneida. It is Irene-Wakonda 36, Sully Buttes 30. Back in 30 seconds on Star 99.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Irene-Wakonda drives 80 yards in 7 plays. Takes 334. Big 38-yard pass play during that drive from Spurl to Coleman. Spurl to Broderson for the 6-yard touchdown. Then Spurl with a 2-point run. And it's Irene-Wakonda back on top. 36-30. 12 of 19. 189 yards now on the touchdown.
Roller up to kick. Harrison Arcorin.
It's the third of the night for Spurl. Broderson with 2. He only had 1 for the season coming in. Dallerup will kick. The deep men, Ferries and Arcorin, very optimistic, probably knowing there's no way they're going to get this. Again, Irene-Wakonda wouldn't mind kicking it out of bounds if they needed to, or squib. Well, it's end over end. It is going to make it back to Arcorin. He having a little trouble with it. Has to fall on it. Back at the 8.
Arcorin dives on the squib kick.
He
no return on
missed it the first time, and then when he finally dove on the ball back at the 10, his knee was down. And now Sully Buttes has some distance to travel. Down 6, 36-30. 5:25 left, fourth quarter. Sully Buttes with 313 yards of offense. Irene-Wakonda with 308. What an entertaining game this has been. Glad you're with us for it. I'm David Burrow. Studio coordinator is Mary Schreier. And Brian Menning handling the video. Watch it at the Star 99 page. 1st and 10 from their 10. Hepker up the middle, not for a lot. Yard or 2, but not much more than that before second down. We need to pause for station identification.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. Star 99. KOLY-FM, Mobridge. Be safe. Drive smart.
No gain, in fact, for Landon Hepker. He's still at the 10 with Sully Buttes. Second down, 4:55 left, fourth quarter. 36-30, Irene-Wakonda trying to pull off another, what to most people would be a surprise, but I'm telling you, this team's a good one. Man in motion, Thomas Ferris is to the left. Back to throw is Hepker to the right, diving, trying to hang on. This time Marshall does. Good sliding catch by Marshall. Gives Sully Buttes some room and gives them a first down. They're outside their 20, just outside at the 21, gain of about 11. Still time for Sully Buttes. They have 2 timeouts. 4:27 to play. They're at their 25-yard line, not the 21. First down and 10. Gain of 15 on that pass play. Up the middle, Hepker, design run, 30-35, close to another first down. Libby is able to stop him, but Hepker.
That brings up enough for another Sully Buttes charger.
Right up the middle, right at the 10-yard mark. That's good for another first down. 16th of the game for Sully Buttes. Irene-Wakonda has 13. 133 yards now, rushing now for Landon Hepker on 22 carries. He has a rushing touchdown. 1st and 10, Sully Buttes. Chargers at their 35. 3:53 left. Again, the aim here for Sully Buttes is try and run the clock as much down as they can and maybe not give Irene-Wakonda the football back in regulation. Sully Buttes down 6. 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun. Ferries in motion to the left. Pass. Hepker to the left out of the hands of Lucas Arcorin. He was the one in motion, and Lucas is upset with himself. Arcorin had the ball go off his hands. Again, chillier weather. But a pass Arcorin will tell you he should have had. 2nd and 10 for Sully Buttes from their 35. Clock stopped with 3:34 left in regulation. In a thriller in Oneida, in the 9B, Quarterfinal. Heartstoppers 2 weeks in a row for these Sully Buttes fans. Ferries in motion from right to left and then from left to right. And Hepker up the middle, nothing doing. Ooh, boy, did Irene-Wakonda stop him there. It was Miles Pullman, and then Hepker helped Pullman up. But Miles buried him. That young man's had quite a game on both sides of the football. Third and 10 for Sully Buttes from their 35, and now they'll take a timeout, as will we. Hang on, 3:12 remaining fourth quarter. That's Sully Buttes' second timeout. Irene-Wakonda leads 36-30. Enormous third down play coming up in 30 seconds on Star 99.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For Sully Buttes with a big third down play coming up for them here. Again, they're down to only one timeout left. They're 3rd and 10 from their 35. Now 5 of 8 on third down. They have failed on both of their third down conversions in this second half. Can they hit a big play? They did to make it 30-20, remember, on the big 65-yard touchdown pass to Trevor Marshall. Is something like that in the book again for Sully Buttes. Narrow winners over Potter County in the first round, 14-12. Had to hang on for that win. Led by 10 in the third quarter of this game before Irene-Wakonda came back. The Eagles, who went to Corsica, beat Corsica Stickney a year ago. The 12th seed trying to make the 9B semifinal. But Sully Buttes still has more than a good chance. 3rd and 10 from their 35. Big play here for the Chargers. 2 receivers, 3 to the right. Ferries now in motion from right to left. Hepker in the shotgun, snap to Landon. Pitch left to Arcorin, 35, 40, breaks out of a tackle, 44. He's not quite to the line the gain. Brody Van Beek made the stop, but a good run on the pitch by Lucas Arcorin.
He is tackled by Van Beek. Gain of about 9 on the play. Brings up
9 and a half here. And there's no choice. Not even a thought for Sully Buttes. You know they have to keep the offense on the field. They're going to take time to measure this before the play starts.
Now the officials timeout for measurement.
Jake Cool is standing in my way, so I can't quite see it. He is, as we say, 7 feet tall. Jake, move a little to your left, buddy. They need really right on the 45. That's the line to gain. And this ball is awfully close to that. They're going to stretch out the chains, and Matt Clark will tell us it's that short.
Card short.
As the PA announcer says, I think correctly, an index card short. 3-4 inches, that's about all. So,
fourth down.
Well done, even though he didn't make the first down. Well done by Lucas Arcorin on that pitch play. So that gives Sully Buttes a chance to ponder some things. Again, they're down to only one timeout. 2:46 to go in regulation. And in fact, they're going to tell him to put a little bit of time back on the clock. Did he signal, I think, 2:52? Give him about 6 more seconds. Is that what he said? I think that's what Matt Clark said. 2:51. All right, here we go. 4th and inches for Sully Buttes. Just outside their 45. Miles Pullman claps his hands, says, come on, Eagle fans. Start shouting. Ferries in motion from left to right. Hepker fakes, moves up forward. He might not have made it. Pullman made the stop. He is short. Miles Pullman comes up with a defensive play for Irene-Wakonda. Stops Hepker short and may have sent Irene-Wakonda toward the semifinal round. Still 2:44 left, mind you. But Irene-Wakonda with the ball and a 36-30 lead, and Sully Buttes with only one timeout left. Miles Pullman made the play on Landon Hepker. Now Irene-Wakonda. Will they try to slow it down? They're 1st and 10 at Sully Buttes. 44, inside handoff, Dallerup, left guard. 40, breaks through tackles. Boy, he's good at that. 35, first down. 30-yard line, inside that 30.
Tackle by Colson. Gain of 14 on the play. Brings up first down.
The freshman Colson made the stop, but 14 big yards for Chase Dallerup to the Sully Buttes 30. The clock runs, 2:25 left. 36-30 Irene-Wakonda trying to pull off another upset and move on to the semifinal. Miles Pullman with the big stop on Landon Hepker to give the ball back to Irene-Wakonda. Now they're standing waiting for the back judge to put his hand in the air and say 10 to snap. Now under center is Dashiell Spurl. And he hands it off to the fullback, but Broderson couldn't make it past one step before Trevor Marshall had a hand on it. Sully Buttes for the moment saving that final timeout. Loss of a yard back to the 31, but Irene-Wakonda sees that clock continue to run. We're down to 1:40 left. 2nd down and 11 at the Sully Buttes 31. When will the Chargers exercise that last timeout? Down to 90 seconds left. 36-30 Irene-Wakonda. Spurl under center. Again, he'll wait till they get to the last count from that back judge. He starts counting now. It's 5, it's 4, and the snap, and the hand to Dallerup. Around right end, a few yards forward. And now
we have a timeout.
Sully Buttes will call that last timeout. Let's keep it right here. We have 1:12 left. The gain was around 4 to the 27-yard line of Sully Buttes. And that makes it 3rd down and 7. But that, as we say, is Sully Buttes' final timeout. They can't stop it again, meaning that Irene-Wakonda is about 7 yards away from moving on to the 9B semifinal. Most certainly either Harriet or Selby a week from tomorrow. Dallerup, by the way, is now up to 65 yards and 11 carries. He has the 2 scores. Merkel's Foods with our player of the game in the postgame. It might be an Eagle if they can hang on. They have made the big plays coming back from the 10-point deficit, and then the huge stop by Miles Pullman with 2:44 left to stop Landon Hepker on 4th down. And Sully Buttes didn't have a choice. They had to go for it there, knowing that they were down to 1 timeout left. That wasn't at all a stupid gamble. 3rd and 7 at the Sully Buttes 27. For Irene-Wakonda, 7 yards from moving on to the semifinal. Spurl around right end. He's to the 25. Tackle broken. Falls forward. He's across the 20. Irene-Wakonda has the first down, and the Eagles are going to move on. And Spurl got shaken up on that play. And Chris Torgerson and assistant will come out to take a look at this talented quarterback, but he has just put Irene-Wakonda into the semifinal round of the 9B playoffs. They're going to be at 5 and 5. Sully Buttes out of timeouts, 65 seconds to go. What a job by this Irene-Wakonda team. Again, don't let that 5 and 5 record. We told you about the schedule they had to play, but with an offense that kept doing the job in Corsica last Thursday night, and then down 10 to this talented Sully Buttes team, they have come back to lead tonight. Spurl, by the way, is still down as he landed pretty awkwardly there, but he is inside to near the 15-yard line. But he is still down as they have to look at him. 65 seconds remain. But again, all Irene-Wakonda is going to have to do is kneel down a couple of times, and that'll be that. Harriet Selby area has won, by the way, 44-14 over Avon. So the semifinal game will be in either Harriet or Selby a week from tomorrow. And that'll be on 100.7 KMLO, but it looks like it's going to be the Irene-Wakonda Eagles who will be there. But now their concern is for their excellent senior quarterback, Dashel Spurl. He's up. That's good to see. And he's walking off the field, and that is also good to see. He's had another very good night, 189 yards passing on 12 of 19 and 66 yards rushing. Before that carry, I should say, on 12 carries, but he gained 9 there to the 70, so make it 75 yards. But that may have been his last play because he can get ready for the semifinal as Irene-Wakonda only has to kneel down, and they'll have to do it.
Backup quarterback kneels it down.
One more time.
Formation.
What a job by Irene-Wakonda. A great season for Sully Buttes in the first year for head coach Tom Moore. Taking over for Mark Sefner. Everyone around here still with heavy hearts after the legendary coach's recent passing. The run they wanted to make for their late head coach. But what a job Tom Moore has done, his longtime assistant. But for several seniors, this is not how they wanted it to end. And boy, this game looked like it was in the Chargers' hands. One more kneel down does it. And the Irene-Wakonda Eagles have done it again on the road.
Congratulate Sully Buttes Chargers on a great season and a great game.
They had to make the trip to Corsica from Yankton County one last Thursday,
which is actually only about 15 miles south of North Dakota.
They had to make the trip to Oneida tonight and came through again from 10 down. They rally.
Drive safe, watch out for deer.
For a lot of seniors, Hepker, of course, his last moments as a Charger football player. Ferris, Chase Yellowhawk. Isaiah Hofer, Marshall Whitler, of course, has missed a lot of this season with injury. Reese Voorhees, Tyler Marshall. The seniors on this team, the handshake. For an exciting game, but the Charger fans will leave disappointed. But proud of this team who's had a very good year. They finish at 7-3, but it is on to the semifinals for the Irene-Wakonda Eagles. Our final score on the Vision Care Associates scoreboard at Charger Field in Oneida. The Irene-Wakonda Eagles 36, the Sully Buttes Chargers 30. Irene-Wakonda on to the 9B semifinal at Harriet Selby area a week from tomorrow with a record of 5-5, and as we say, it's a 7-3 finish for Sully Buttes. Stay tuned for our post game. We'll have stats, we'll look at scores, and we'll name our Merkel's Foods player of the game when we come back to Oneida in 2 minutes. This is high school playoff football featuring the Sully Buttes Chargers on Star 99.
Farmers know crop insurance is essential for managing risk. It's also valuable for maximizing revenue. The crop insurance officers at Farm Credit Services of America have proprietary tools and expertise to deliver the personalized crop and revenue protection you need for the peace of mind you want. Nobody delivers crop insurance like this. Discover the difference by calling 800-884-FARM. Agriculture works here.
Black Hills State University provides the opportunity to explore careers with more than 125 programs of study. With quality programs and passionate faculty, you can find the path to a career of your dreams. While exploring academic options, find adventure that awaits for you in the beautiful wilderness surrounding Spearfish. Get involved in one of the many clubs on campus. Learn to lead and gain the knowledge that puts you above the rest. Apply now at bhsu.edu.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you for you to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Did it again, the Irene-Wakonda Eagles for the second straight week, the 12th seed, pulls off the upset on the road. 36-30 Irene-Wakonda as they come from 10 points down to defeat Sully Buttes in this 9B quarterfinal in Oneida. Chase Dallarup, 3-yard touchdown run first quarter, turning a turnover into points. Irene-Wakonda led 8-0 after scoring 2. Lucas Arcorin, with just under a minute left in the first, a 2-yard touchdown, 8-6 Sully Buttes. They didn't make the 2, but then on Sully Buttes' next possession, which took half basically of the second quarter, Thomas Ferris, a 4-yard touchdown, 2-point PAT, 14-8 Sully Buttes. But Irene-Wakonda tied it before the half, 3-yard touchdown run, the second of the night for Dallarup. Third quarter, midway through, Landon Hepker, nearly just over a 5-minute drive, his 2-yard keeper, and Sully Buttes led again, 22-14. Spurl on the next possession for Irene-Wakonda. Dashiell Spurl, their quarterback, 14-yard pass to Clay Broderson, 2 no good, kept Sully Buttes in front, 22-20, and then Hepker on the big play found Trevor Marshall for 65 yards with 1:02 left in the third, and it looked great for the Chargers, or so they thought, up 30-20, but then big plays for Irene-Wakonda. Dashiell Spurl with a couple of passes to Miles Pullman, the second one for 31 yards and a touchdown, 2-point run. And with 33 seconds left in the third, Irene-Wakonda was back to within 2 at 30-28. And then 5:28 to go, Spurl hit Clay Broderson, 6-yard touchdown, 2-point run good. Irene-Wakonda 36-30 on top. Then Sully Buttes, the last time they had the ball, drove it to their own 44. They had just missed on a third down conversion, just short by inches. And with only one timeout left, they didn't have any other option. They had to keep the offense on the field and go for it. And Landon Hepker, as he has done so often in his career here in Oneida, just tried to move forward, but Miles Pullman grabbed him by the ankle, and he was left short. And Irene-Wakonda was able to run the clock out as Sully Buttes had to use their last timeout, and then Dashiell Spurl with just over a minute left with the clinching first down and then 2 kneel downs ran it out, and Irene-Wakonda wins again on the road to move on to the 9B semifinal in either Harriet or Selby against Harriet Selby area a week from tomorrow. Sully Buttes outgained Irene-Wakonda in this game 347-333. 183 rushing, 164 passing for Sully Buttes, 144 rushing, 189 passing for Irene-Wakonda. One more first down for Sully Buttes, 5 of 9 on third down for each team. Hepker in his final game, he had a pretty good one, 133 yards on 24 carries with the touchdown. Lucas Arcorin, 7 carries and 31 yards with a score. Thomas Ferris, 5 carries, 23 yards for a score. 2. Hepker was 8 of 12 passing, 149 yards and the touchdown. Ferris, 5 catches, 63 yards. Marshall, 2 for 80, including the 65-yard score. Dashiell Spurl, 76 yards rushing on 13 carries for Irene-Wakonda. Chase Dallarup, 11 for 65. Spurl, 12 of 19, 189 yards passing, was picked once, but also threw for 3 touchdowns. Miles Pullman, the leading receiver, and he did it again tonight with 104 yards on 5 catches and leads Irene-Wakonda to the semifinals of the 9B playoffs with a 36-30 victory here in Oneida. Well, time to name our Merkel's Foods player of the game, and I think you can probably guess it. He was the one who came up with the biggest plays for Irene-Wakonda. We'll name him after this from Merkel's Foods, back in 30 seconds on Star 99.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Well, it has to be Miles Pullman, doesn't it? We've told you what he did catching the ball, 104 yards on 5 catches, but he made the defensive play of this game and really this season to this point for Irene-Wakonda, stopping the Charger quarterback, Landon Hepker, the Sully Buttes quarterback, on the 4th down run with just under 3 minutes to play, and Irene-Wakonda, after that, was able to run the clock out. So Miles Pullman will receive the T-shirt as our Merkel's Foods Player of the Game. Harriet Selby area again did defeat Avon tonight, 44-14 up in Harriet. So again, and they don't mind at all. Irene-Wakonda will take another trip a week from tomorrow, and the 12th seed, they're going to have their hands full with that very good Harriet Selby area Wolverine team a week from tomorrow, but that'll be their bid to try to make the 9B title game. They'll go into that with a record of 5-5. For Sully Buttes, an excellent year, but there'll be some holes to fill. They'll have to have a new quarterback next year. Of course, Lucas Arcorin has really emerged as a player this year. He still has a couple of years to go, but they lose some good seniors off a strong Sully Buttes team who had taken a few lumps last year, finished at 4-5, but finished this season with a record of 7-3. South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to keep your eyes on the road and not on your phone. This playoff game was brought to you by Star 99, our advertisers, and the member schools of the SDHSAA. No rebroadcast in whole or in part may be made without the written permission of the SDHSAA. High school playoff football featuring the Sully Buttes Chargers on Star 99, brought to you by Access Health Oneida, Swenson Cow and Dental, Stewart and Daughters, Sunrise Bank Dakota, Oahe Grain, The Corner, Brett's Spray Service, Barber Chemical, and Barber Farm Service, Colson Farms, and 83 Ag. And these in-game sponsors help bring you high school playoff football on Star 99. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Jensen Rock and Sand, Gas and Goodies, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Montana Dakota Utilities, Merkel's Foods, Vision Care Associates, and remember you can watch the replay of this game at the Star 99 page at drgnews.com and the DRG News app. Brought to you by Key Insurance, Sitting Bull College, and Riverside Home Furnishings. Thanks to everyone who helped make it happen tonight. Athletic Director Brian White here at Sully Buttes. To Brian Menning for handling the video. Thank you, sir. And thank you very much to our studio coordinator, Mary Schreier. I'm David Pearl. Fine season for the Sully Buttes Chargers. Not how they wanted it to end, but congratulations to the Irene-Wakonda Eagles. They win on the road again. Final score one more time on the Vision Care Associates scoreboard at Charger Field in the quarterfinals of the 9B playoffs. Irene-Wakonda 36, Sully Buttes 30. Thanks for joining us. Good night from Oneida.